Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of a drunken degenerate watching the National Football League.
And welcome everybody to Stay Tuned Sports here. It's Monday night. As we're going to watch Monday Night Football here, where the Philadelphia Eagles are going to take on the San Diego Chargers of Los Angeles. I'm your boy King, hanging out with you here. Thank you so much for joining us here on this beautiful Monday night. If you like anything about this particular channel, and again, we just started, so I don't know why you would, but if you do, if you happen to like it, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that share button, let people know that we exist, and of course, if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. If you want to help us out a little bit more directly, we have a donation station and merch store link in the top of the chat, which is, I think, over here if you're watching on your desktop, and it's down here if you're on your phone or whatever it is. Either way, top of the chat, there's a link for our donation station and our merch store. Same with the description below this video. We've got Crafty in the chat. Great to see you. We got Lloyd is in the chat. Paul's in the chat, and this concerns you, Paul, because I saw this come across the wire a little over an hour ago, and Crafty brings it up right first thing in the chat, and it's very true, that the Colts are working out Philip Rivers. Yes, that Philip. Philip got 12 kids like I'm a Mormon or an old school Irishman. Philip Rivers trying out, working out for the Indianapolis Colts right now to see if he can possibly be a savior of their season after Daniel Jones' Achilles injury last week has ended his season. Interesting that that's the way they're going to go. They're saying, Riley Leonard is not going to be that guy. We have no trust or faith in Riley Leonard, so we're going to just look at a quarterback that's been retired for a year and a half now, almost 2 full years of retirement for Philip Rivers. His last quarterback job was in Indianapolis, which didn't go great. So I don't know how 2.5 years off of that is going to work. I'm not sure. Call me crazy. I don't know. But we'll see. They are doing it. That is the rumor there. ELS in the chat. Great to see you, ELS, our boy, our resident Packers fan. Big win for the Packers over the Bears yesterday, as the Packers have taken control of first place in the NFC North. And they really control their own destiny, if you will. With that tie that they have is a real jewel now. That's a real, when you're good and you have that tie there, that can be very good in your pocket to have later on in the season when it comes to certain tiebreakers or things like that. Paul in the chat says Colts quarterback Riley Leonard. Oh, he's hurt. Oh, okay. Our star cornerback is out and might retire, and Sauce Gardner isn't ready, and we're screwed. We literally have no quarterback. Paul is in full depression mode right now when it comes to his Indianapolis Colts. It was looking all good just a couple weeks ago, and now Daniel Jones out for the year with the Achilles. Riley Leonard apparently hurt. That's why they were looking at Philip Rivers. I didn't know Riley Leonard was hurt as well, so Riley Leonard hurt as well. We know Sauce Gardner, he was injured, not quite ready to go yet. And, so the injury bug and a couple of real unlucky things to happen there for the Colts. And not great. It's not great in Indianapolis right now. I'll give you that, Paul. And I do feel bad for you. But we never know. We never know. Lloyd in the chat says Phil has got to get a ring. What's next for Tom Brady? What's next? Tom Brady returns to the Patriots aren't really in need. If Tom wanted to help out some people. Maybe it was maybe the team he owns and the Raiders, maybe say like I'll take a break from the booth. Just for a little while, take a break from the booth, go to the Raiders. But the season's already done for the Raiders, so there's no reason to do that. Crafty is entertained by the fact that the national anthem is currently being sung by someone named Nutsa. Nutsa who? Nutsa! Is that where we're going? I don't know. Here's the thing, Lloyd. Lloyd's coming up, but trying to come up with all these different things. Oh, what's going to happen if Drew Brees returns to the Saints? Well, Tyler Shuck, apparently he's not doing too bad. I'll tell you what, man, I enjoy watching that Saints team. And I say it all the time when Pecan's in here, even when Pecan's not in here. Our resident Saints fan, Pecan, who, by the way, is the leader in the clubhouse when it comes to donation. You want to donate to us, donation station link at the top of the chat, end in the description below. You donate more than $110, you'll get your name in the ticker, just like Pecan has his name right there. The Saints are fun. They're a bad team, but they're a fun bad team, man. They're a great bad team to watch. And again, they get another victory when you don't think they'll get one on the road in Tampa against a Tampa Bay team that's looking to get back on track and needs these wins. And they're the Saints, man. They go in there, they get the job done. I like the Saints. I like the Saints. I like the Saints. What do you want me to say? Lloyd says Saints were one of my favorite teams in the 2000s. Oh, so you're a fair weather fan. You're a jumper. You're jumping around, Lloyd. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Crafty says Favre to the Vikings. See, here's the thing. Of all the jokes and fun ones that we've had with the Philip Rivers expense, the Favre coming out of retirement might actually make a little sense. Lloyd in the chat says, I called it with you. About the Texans beating the Chiefs. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I'm not. Here's the thing. I never had the hatred for the Chiefs dynasty that I did for the Patriots dynasty. Like, I don't know, everybody else seemed to have a real hatred for the Chiefs. I'm going to put my Notre Dame hat away for a second just for show everybody my gross bald head. But I never had the hatred for the Chiefs dynasty. Like I said, some people seem to have had for the Patriots dynasty, which I did too. I hated the Patriots. But it seemed like it was time. It seems like this season, it's just not going their way. It's not great times. And the offensive line is a problem. Now, they traded away Joe Thuney. I don't know why they did that. I mean, maybe they had the reasons for it. And maybe, they've tried to explain the reasons why they did it or looking forward to stuff or whatever. But the offensive line has been horrendous. Orange and blue. Great to see you back here in the chat. Nice to see you, brother. Your Denver Broncos still. And again, I say it every week, but it's the worst 11-2 team in NFL history. But you win and you win. So I mean, you barely beat the Oakland Raiders of Las Vegas. You struggled the week before and needed a missed 2-point conversion in overtime from the Redskins to beat Washington last week. And then Washington goes out and shows that who they really are by getting blasted 31-0 by the Vikings, who have trouble getting out of their own way. I'm a Giants fan. I am in no position to shit on anybody else's team or how anybody else is doing, especially a team that's 11-2. Okay? So don't take it as that. But just take it as somebody who observes football. I am a football observer. I'm a humble observer of the game. That's all I am. How the Broncos are where they are, I don't understand and may never understand. And again, I don't trust them. I don't believe in the Broncos at all. I believe when the Broncos get to the playoffs, they might be a one-and-done team. They might be like the Lions last year, and just they don't have the. Hold on, I dropped my third. By the way, Eagles get the ball first here. Oh, why does ESPN do that? I just want one stream. Show me the stream. They keep on going. Oh well, Monday night countdown's over. Now it's Monday night progressive kickoff. Now Monday night progressive kickoff is off. So it stops the stream and says, oh, their stream has ended. It's like, no, just leave the goddamn stream on. 1st and 10 for the Eagles after they returned it to their 33-yard line. Paul in the chat says, man, this is kind of insane, though. I wonder if we bring back Old Man Rivers, maybe bring in Jeff Saturday as his quarterback coach, and my team is in shambles. Oh, A.J. Brown was open, had his hands on it, could not reel it in on 1st and 10. Eagles go for a deep strike right on the first play out of the gate. The Eagles in white pants, white tops, and green helmet. The Chargers in powder blue pants, powder blue tops, and white helmets. Here's the thing, Paul, I'll say this, and I don't mean this to sound like mean or anything, but getting Phillip Rivers might be better than having Anthony Richardson as your quarterback. Saquon Barkley on 2nd and 10 runs, and that's going to be a yard. We're looking at 3rd and 9 from the 34 here for the Eagles. That's the thing. They showed a little bit during the pregame. It's like he's got the plate in. He's got like a little bit of a they call it like the bunny cast or whatever. So it's like it's a little bit on the. It's like a hard part on the palm, a hard part on the top. They keep the two middle fingers kind of wrapped together, and we'll see. That's going to be Goddard again. The safety valve, the clutch there for Jalen Hurts, gets the first down. They needed 9 yards. They got about 10. 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 43-yard line. Lloyd's like, when did Big Ben retire? What was that, 2022? 2021? Was 2021 his last year? 2-yard gain on 1st down for Saquon Barkley. 2nd and 8 coming up from the 45 for the Eagles. Let's do a quick little Googling. Second and 8. It's going to get thrown to about the 50. So that's going to be a gain of... Well, they're going to give him just past the 50 to the 49, so it's going to be a gain of about 5. 3rd and 4 upcoming. Nope, 4. Yeah. Okay, yeah, 3rd and 4. Math. 3rd and 4, so I gave him 4 yards. I thought I gave him 5. That's right. It looked like 5. By the way, he retired in January of 22, so it was the 2021 season was his last season, was Big Ben. But Ben's got Ben's got a lot of miles on his body. Probably should have a lot of charges too, but that's a different conversation for a different day. And Jalen Hurts gets sacked back at the 40-yard line. Big play by the Chargers defense, and it's going to be 4th and 13, all the way back at the 40-yard line.
But too bad your ass got sacked. Go Chargers, go!
Steve McNair is always a cautionary tale there, Lord. Absolutely. That punt is going to go into the end zone. That's going to be a touchback. So the Chargers get the ball at the 20. And that's where we're going to see Justin Herbert with his broken hand come on the field. Let's see what he and the Chargers can do against this Eagles defense. They don't have Jalen Carter. He had double shoulder surgery. Say that 5 times fast. And so we'll see. Kenneth in the chat. Great to see you. He says, hey, my friend, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing good. And let's go get subs and likes. Let's do that. Let's certainly hope so. And again, if you do want to help us out here, and if you do like us at all, anything, any part of this channel, whether it's me, you like me and my witty banter, my comedic stylings, my weird hair that is just, I am all kinds of messed up today. I don't know what's going on here. I got this, look at, the bald spot is balding today on one side. It looks like I got just a giant part in my hair. It's weird. I got weird. The hair is being weird. But if you like the weird hair, if you like it, if you like the graphics, if you like just hanging out in the chat, no matter what it is, if you like something, please hit that like button. It helps us out tremendously. I think. I'm not sure how the YouTube algorithm does that anymore, but if it can't hurt to hit the like button, right? So if you like us at all in any way, shape, or form, hit that like button. Share us around, hit that share button, let people know that we exist. And, of course, as always, if you want to go ahead and subscribe to us, if you're not already, that would help as well. Hit that little notification bell. That is fantastic. Crafty says, I like the part where it ends. You just like the part where the opening ends. You don't like the fact that I have and I cut it down. Remember, the countdown for the live stream used to be like 5 minutes. I cut it down to like a minute and a half. Not even that. I did, 70 seconds? I think it starts at like 70 seconds. So it's a 70-second countdown so that it can go live. People know that it's going live, and they're not coming in as, right at the jump of the live stream and miss something in the beginning. You don't want to miss anything in the beginning, so that's why you have that little bump there. So, get off my ass, Crafty. Paul says, if Perner cursed my team one more time this season, he's dead to me. He's hit the Colts with that curse word. He's hit him like 3 times already. Lloyd says that brush is a Taylor Swift. Yeah, it was one from Pepperjack had a kit or something. She had bought like a thing, and she had a big brush. It was a little brush. It was a couple other things, and she had this little brush that she didn't use. So I kind of took it. So that's what it is. Kind of a nice little pink Taylor Swift brush there, if you will. Because when you look at me, Lloyd, look at me. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. First down for the Chargers, 3-yard gain for Vidal. Second down coming up here. Herbert. He's going to be back in shotgun. It's going to be a little bit more tricky than usual, obviously, with the hand cast. Takes the snap, looks, throws through the hands of his receiver. Quentin Johnson was the intended receiver. Got to make those catches. You can't let those balls go flying through your hands like that. When you get a chance to grab onto those balls, you got to hold on to those balls for dear life. Lloyd says, I haven't been 22 since 2020. I haven't been 22 since 2003. So Herbert dumps it off to Vidal out of the backfield, and he's got room to the 50. Oh, he's going all the way. And Bourne can catch him, and he just does right at about the 15-yard line of the Eagles. Huge run from Vidal after the catch out of the backfield. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. They're going to officially mark him out at the 17-yard line. And that's going to be a 60-yard reception for Vidal. Oh, wow. The Eagles had them in a 3rd and long situation. We got a pitch out. We got a first down, 1st and goal, Chargers. O'Marion Hampton, by the way, he's made his return, as he was to get in that toss there and got the 1st and goal for the Chargers. Go Chargers, go. And we do have that clip. Hampton in the backfield again, the lone back. Handoff to O'Marion Hampton. He's going to get 1, 2, 3 yards, perhaps. You're going to say 2nd and goal from the 4. focusing on that cast that Herbert has, it seems okay so far. We're still very early in this game. Herbert throws out of the backfield, caught, touchdown, Chargers. O'Marion Hampton touchdown pass from Justin Herbert, and just like that.
Go Chargers, go!
Woo. Oh, Philadelphia. That's not good. That's not good. Thoughts and prayers to Jimbo, everybody. Thoughts and prayers to Jimbo. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. And it is why is, oh, that's, oh no, it's the wrong one. Hold on. Yeah, the Eagles didn't score shit. Why is my, somebody out there has placed my text boxes in the wrong spot. Whoever did that is getting fired from the production staff. I'm letting you know that right now. We can't be having those kind of mistakes here. You can't have those kind of mistakes. Not in this business. Not like this. Whoever put those text boxes in the wrong place is getting fired. Stay tuned, sports. They are off the staff. This is a professional outfit, ladies and gentlemen. We don't handle mistakes. We don't do mistakes here. Paul says, I'm not saying when I was 22. That's probably the best way to go. But everybody already knows that I'm an old fart now, though. Like, that's just what it is. Like, I've already said several times on here that I'm 44 years old. And in case it didn't give it away, old. Gray in the beard. Old. I'm an old man. Not hiding that. Like, what do you want me to do? Hello, fellow children. How are you out there today? Here on the YouTube. Yeah, I'm a young, sprightly 20-something, just like you are. I'm an old fart. What do you want me to do? I'm not pretending for anybody. Eat shit. Crafty in the chat says, Eagles D might as well be wearing unis that say, run on us, or with giant red letters. I mean, if you look at the Bears game, and now you look at this game, it's not looking great. I want to see, I don't know if Jimbo's watching or not. He might be sleeping, obviously. I know he's got work. It's a work night. And he might have, Jimbo's kind of also at that point too. When it comes to like the Eagles and stuff, it's like, yeah, it's a work night. I might want to stay up to watch the Eagles, but he's at that point too where it's like, I'm not going to stay up and watch this team disappoint me when I got work in the morning. I'll go to sleep. I'll wake up. If they win, great. If not, I'll be disappointed by it, and that is what it is. Like that's kind of what it feels like. Jimbo's at that point of the season when it comes to the Eagles. Paul says, I wish I was 44. I know, and that's it. When I'm not 44 anymore, I'm going to look back when I was in my 30s. Listen, I don't know. This may come as a shock to some of you, considering the fact that I always talk about how I have no money and I have no career, no life plan in general. I had no plan to live beyond 30. Like, that was, the goal was like, I figured I was dead before 30 anyway. I was diabetic. I had some other issues. I was like, I'd already had like 3 life-saving surgeries by the time I was like 27, 28. I was like, I'm probably not living past 30. So what's the point of planning? What's the point of doing any of that stuff? Let's just ride, baby. We're gonna ride it. We're just riding off into the sunset. And I hit 30 years old and then was completely lost. I had no idea what I was gonna do. I was like, that was 14 years ago. And I still have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Kind of like the Eagles defense. Let's see if the offense can come bail them out. 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 35-yard line after a touchback on the kickoff. And Jalen Hurts under center. Got a bunch formation over to his left, but now Smith moves to the right. It's going to be a handoff to Saquon, and he's got a big hole, and he's moving to the 50, down to the Chargers' 46-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles. Saquon with his first real good run in a while. About a 20-yard run there for old Saquon Barkley. Lloyd says, to be honest, the Eagles might come back from this. I mean, again, we're way early in this game. It's only a 7-0 game. You know what I mean? Like this is not a case of like, oh, the Eagles, they're in dire straits. It's like they're not. It's an opening game. It's their second drive, and Saquon seems to be getting his legs under him. That's going to be another first down for Saquon. About a 10-yard run on that play, and it is indeed going to be 1st and 10 from the 36. Move the chains for these Philadelphia Eagles. Lloyd says, I got the Birds in this game. I did pick the Chargers in this game just because it's getting real hard to trust the Eagles. But to say that the Eagles can't win this game or don't have a chance, that's not true at all. That's not true at all. Jalen, he's going to look to pass now. He's going to pull it down, run it himself, and he's going to slide down after a gain of about 4 yards. But we have ourselves the first flag of the game. What do we got, Mr. Official? And it's going to be holding on the Eagles. Lloyd in the chat says, King, I know you're diabetic, but are there any dishes that you still have a guilty pleasure for or still have? Here's the thing. The one I really have as a diabetic, and again, I've also cut earlier this year, I think around February, I cut carbs out completely because, in case anybody doesn't know, carbs turn into sugar when you eat them. Not great. It's not good to have carbs if you're diabetic. So I've cut all the carbs out. I've done that. If I had a cheat meal, like my guilty pleasure meal, whoa, Jalen Hurts, big bomb. That's a bow throw, incomplete. Looking for Devontae Smith, does not get it. And this is a Jersey classic. It's a Jersey classic, baby. And it's one that if I get the chance, I'll get it. French fries with a melted American cheese or American cheese-like sauce, and some nice, beautiful, delicious brown gravy. Also known here in Jersey as disco fries. I was never big on that name. I always just said French fries with cheese and gravy. But people in Jersey love the name disco fries, so they go disco fries. Well, yeah, if that was that is one of my go-to as far as like a sweet treat. Like if that's what you're looking at for as far as the diabetic thing. Oh, on 2nd and 20, Saquon, big yardage. Makes it more 3rd and still very long, but, I mean, it's better than 20, I suppose. 3rd and 12 coming up here for the Eagles from the 38-yard line. So, yeah, like as far as that, as like a meal, as like something like, ooh, that's, the thing I'll eat every now and then. Definitely I'll have like a burger or like a nice sandwich or something, which, again, is bread, which I don't eat a lot of bread at all because, again, I cut the carbs out, so... Again, a nice burger or something, or a nice sandwich with some a side of French fries with some American cheese and gravy. Let's go. That's good shit. Throws over the middle to Goddard, and again, the safety valve comes through for the Eagles. Gets it just over the line. 13-yard gain on 3rd and 12. First down, Eagles, as they are moving the ball now on the Chargers' 25-yard line. Orange and Blue in the chat says, I guess I want the Eagles to win. I'm not proud of it. I feel you. I feel Orange. I feel you on that one. If you ever find yourself in a spot where you have to root for the Eagles, it's usually not a great spot. We're now 1st and 10 from the 25. Hurts is going to go ahead and try to pull this down, and then he just goes down. Gives himself up, but it's still behind the line of scrimmage, and that still counts as...
But too bad your ass got sacked.
And here's the thing, though. Like, you're a Broncos fan, so your rival is the Chargers. So, like, that's... As my rival is, being a Giants fan, is the Eagles. It's like, oh, I hate the Eagles. I never root for the Eagles. How could you root for the Chargers? You can't root for the Chargers. You've hated them since 1960. That's a rivalry that goes back nearly 70 years. 2nd and 11. Hurts getting rushed, then doesn't. They're trying to keep him in the pocket. He gets a gain of 2 yards. 2.5 yards. Gets it back to 3rd and 9 for the Eagles at the 24. Arn says, hey, just so that the Bills can stay in the playoffs at the expense of the Chargers. I was going to say, it's going to be a tight race now, and like the Chiefs are going to have a hard time finding their way in. They have to win every game and then get some help because they don't have the tiebreaker, I think, against anybody right now that's currently in that will be fighting for that last spot. Hurts throws to Devontae Smith, and he's going to get a yard. If that gets down to the 23-yard line, 4th and 8. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and try to get 3 out of this one. And let's see if that happens. Lloyd says that Bills game was good at the end. I mean, it was, first of all, snow game. So amazing. That's always fun. Weather games are always the best. People who build domes are pussies. We don't like you. Fuck you if you like domes. That's going to be my first thing right off the bat. Kick up. Good. And the Eagles get themselves on the board. 7-3. Chargers have the lead, and they'll be getting the ball back when they come back from commercial break here. I feel bad for the Bengals, man, because they're running that game. They own that game. And then they let Josh Allen run for a 1,000,000-mile touchdown. Then they have the Burrow. I mean, what a 1 in a million style kind of pick. It was a very Van Ginkel style pick on that play by the Bills. And then they get the ball right, back, and the very next play for the Bengals is another interception that sets the Bills. Like, it was just having such a control of the game, and in like a 4-minute span, you completely lose it all. Is such a Bengals thing to happen. And I do feel bad. I do feel bad for them in that sense. Lloyd says, I don't like domes either. I think domes in certain situations are fine. Like a dome in Arizona. Makes sense. Nobody wants to play in 125 degrees with the sun beating down you. Same with Vegas. Great idea. Dome in Vegas. Wonderful. Outside of that, and I guess New Orleans too. Maybe some of those southern, really the southern ones where it gets so damn hot. I get having a dome, but even Miami doesn't have a dome. But they use that to their advantage because they're like, okay, we know which way the sun sets where the stadium is. So, the side where the sun is going to be blasting most of the game, that's where the opponents get to sit. There you go. That's a perfect, that's what having home field advantage is about. You're at home. If you make every place to play exactly the same, where is their home field advantage? There's not. Lloyd says a dome definitely makes sense in Minnesota. No, I say nay. Just like with Buffalo, just like with Detroit, no. Rid of the domes. I want snow. I want rain. I want cold. Give it to me. That's football weather. That's where we need the open air. That's where you need the wind, the sleet, the snow. That's where real football is played, and where real football fans are tested. Are you just a fair? That's where the term fair weather fan came from. That's why it's an insult. Oh, you're a fair weather fan. That means when the sun is shining and everything's nice, you'll find yourself in the stands. But when it's cold, when it's sleeting, when it's snowing, you're nowhere to be found. You're going to be all nice and comfy at home in your blanket. And I'm going to be comfy. I want to be comfy while I watch my team. I don't want to sit out there in the snow. You're a fair weather fan, and nobody likes you. You got to be there for all time. That's the point. That's why that is the term. For things get rough with your team, and then you give up on your team. Nah, man, can't do that. You can't do that. And that's So that's my whole point is you got to be a true fan, and to do that you got to get your ass out there in the cold, in the snow, in the wind. That's how you got to do that. Lloyd in the chat says, I missed the games where it rained heavy and it got dirty. That whole experience was gritty but good. Yeah, good old mud bowls, fog bowls, torrential downpours, snow bowl. I love the whole thing. Again, it's something that is unique to the American football game. 1st and 10, Herbert's going to throw over the middle after he's getting some pressure there from the defense, but gets it away. So he had the body draped on him with his broken hand. Oh, my God. And he's still able to get 7 yards on the pass. Oh, Justin Herbert. Oh, he's so Superman. Look at him. He's getting great. And that was it. Davis had grabbed the hand. He had swiped at his arm, hit the hand a couple times. Couldn't get down. So, all right. It looks good. Looks good so far for Herbert and the hand. Herbert in the hand. Sounds like a children's book there. Oh, that's going to be a handoff and an immediate hit in the backfield for a big loss. They go from 2nd and 3 to 3rd and 7. Oh, God, I love coffee. I might have to make more coffee at halftime. Might have to do that. Might just have to do that. So with that loss, it's now 3rd and 7. O'Marion Hampton did not get the break on that he had hoped. Chargers got to get to the 44-yard line. Herbert takes a snap, but we've got flags before the play here. And it's going to be false start on the Chargers as a loud roar comes from the stadium as, again, whenever the Rams or Chargers play at home, it's usually a home game for the opposing team. As you can see, there's nothing but Eagles fans there in Los Angeles. But that's the same for every team that plays at SoFi. Like I said, it's Eagles fans. It's whenever it comes to the Chargers or Rams, whoever they're playing is going to be the home team. More of those fans will show up. So 3rd and 12, we've got another flag down. While this play is going on, Herbert throws over the middle. It's going to be intercepted by Cooper DeJean, but we'll see what the flag is. It might have been a free play. Let's see. Offsides on the Eagles. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Moves it back to 3rd and 7. Chargers still have the ball. We repeat 3rd down. Let's just keep it going here. So back to 3rd and 7. Again, that was a free play, so I get the risky pass take there by Herbert. Still got to get to the 44 for a first down. Do the Chargers. Herbert's in shotgun. Vidal is in motion. Play clock at 1. They do get it off. Herbert is getting pressured. He looks. He throws. That's incomplete. And it's going to be 4th and 7, and the Chargers are going to have to punt. I like how the poll's 50-50 between the Eagles and Chargers here to see who would win. Yep. So Herbert seems okay right now, especially with the hand. Took the sack. Oh, by the way, yeah, that wasn't a sack because it was an incomplete pass. I was going to say, I didn't hit the sack button, but it wasn't a sack. Fair catch for the Eagles at the 10. 1:10 remaining. Here in the first quarter, Chargers 7, Eagles 3. Eagles start their 3rd drive from their own 10-yard line. We're going to find out what happens after they come back from this commercial break. Pepper Jack's doing some Christmas shopping. Interesting. Can't tell you what it is, obviously. Can't tell you what it is. You never know. Somebody might be watching. Somebody might be doing something. Somebody might be doing something like that. You don't want to do that. You want to give it away. You don't give it away. Some cute stuff, though. Interesting. The one thing I hate about Christmas is people giving me gifts. And I know that might sound weird to some people, but it's just one of the things I was never fond of. I was never fond of people giving me stuff. Unless it's likes, unless it's shares, unless it's subscriptions. If you want to go ahead and hit any of those buttons down there, you can go ahead right do that. Or if you want to donate, if you just want to straight up donate money to Stay Tuned. But here's the other thing too. You're not donating it to me. You're donating it to Stay Tuned Sports so that we go ahead and get better things for the channel, do better things for the channel, and hopefully make better content, more consistent content. It's always a key. But if you want to do that. But when it comes to like Christmas gifts and stuff like that, or birthday gifts, like I was always very, I don't know why. Part of me looks back on it and says like maybe I shouldn't have been such a jerk, like in that sense of just like, don't get me anything. But it's just, I don't know. It's just one of those things that always made me feel weird of people giving me something, especially because I've been dirt ass broke my entire life and have been really unable to give anybody things for Christmas or birthdays or things like that. So it feels like a one-way kind of thing, and I hate that. It feels like if I don't have the ability to give anybody something, I don't want anything back. And even if I did have the ability to give people something, I would give that gladly. But still don't give me anything. I don't like it. I don't want it. So I was always one of those. So like Christmas time has always been very weird for me when it comes to the whole thing because of the way people do gifts and stuff. I don't know why. I'm weird. I'm a weird guy. I'm a weird cat, man. All right? I get it. I understand. I'm not the most I was trying to think of a euphemism, but I'm just not the most mentally stable person. I don't mean it that way. I mean, like, again, like with the little things like Christmas gifts. Like, I just don't like Christmas. And I get why other people like don't like Christmas. I get it. Like, there's a whole treasure trove of reasons to not like Christmas and things like that. But I was just never a Christmas guy. And those are the reasons why. 1 yard loss for the Eagles on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 11 coming up. Hurts takes a snap, steps back. He looks, throws, dumps over the middle. Gets, who's he got there? Devontae Smith gets it up to about the 15, so that's a gain of 6. And it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Eagles. Look for Goddard here. This is where they go for Goddard. But we're not going to find out what they're going to do here on 3rd and 5 now because, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the first quarter. It is done. It is over at SoFi Stadium. We move on to quarter 2 with the Chargers holding a 7-3 lead over the Philadelphia Eagles here on Monday Night Football. Thank you so much for joining us here on Monday night. My name is King. Usually we have ELS in here with Monday Night Football Trivia, but he is not here tonight. I don't know why. He might have over-celebrated with his Packers winning over the Chicago Bears. And that's perfectly understandable. They have taken over first place just when everybody was kind of dumping on the Packers all year because of some of their losses and the tie to the Cowboys. And are the Packers really that good? And I think there are still some very valid questions when it comes to them playing a full 60-minute game. How does it come with Jordan Love? How is he playing? How does that defense need to get a little bit more consistent? Although Michael Parsons has played very well. But the Packers are still winning, so you got to give credit where credit is due. Orange and Blue in the chat says, yeah, I don't know where ELS went. I don't know. Yeah, everybody kind of comes in and out, and that's fine. Like I said, a lot of people keep me on as background noise, which is perfectly fine as my dulcet tones maybe just help you relax as you're studying or looking at other material, hopefully staying off of those disgusting those. You know what sites I'm talking about. You stay off those. You stay a good boy. You stay strong. I don't care if it's not November anymore. Stay strong, brothers. Stay strong. Yeah, no, so that's fine. Like I said, I'm just here to watch football and hang out with you guys, and we're just sitting here bullshitting. That's what we do. That's why I said that a little bit last night with the Bears and Packers game, and that's kind of the mission here. Like I said, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm not trying to imitate anybody. I'm not trying to do things like that. Like I said, the whole thing is like I'm not a super analytical guy. I'm not trying to be Tom Grossi. I'm not trying to be any of the other watch along people, because they're already doing their thing. If you're trying to do what somebody else is doing, like imitating exactly what somebody else is doing, you're never gonna achieve anything. You're never gonna do anything like that because they're already doing it and they're the original. They're doing it better than you did. The only thing you could do is be a cheap knockoff of somebody. So don't do that. Just do you. Be you. Do whatever you're gonna do, and that's why we're here. What is Pepperjack want here? Okay. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I was going off on the Christmas stuff because of that. Why is everybody sending me this meme? I had Pepperjack send me this meme. Now my friend Slashley just sent me this meme. Everybody. Here we go. I'll see if I can put the meme up later. 3rd and 5 coming up here for the Eagles. Hurts throws over the middle. Is that picked? Right now they're going to say it is, and he's going to return it up to the 20-yard line. Let's see if it hit the ground. It was a bit of a bover throw. Let's see. That looks like it hit the ground. Either way, it's going to be 4th and 5. Did it just hit his elbow? Let's see. Yeah, I was going to say it's... I don't know. Does he have the hand under it? It looks like it might hit his arm. Yeah, either way. All right, that's fine. So incomplete pass is the call. Eagles still have the ball, but they're going to have to punt with 4th and 5 coming up from their own 15-yard line. I mean, looking at it, it looks like he's got his hand underneath it. I don't know. Fourth and 5. Punt is away, and the Eagles. Oh, we're going backwards. You're going backwards. He went backwards and went down to the 21. He lost 15 yards on that punt return, where he caught it and where he was going to have it, but he was like, "Oh, I could try to beat this. And lost 15 yards. And that brings him all the way down to the Chargers 22. There she is. First appearance of the night. How you doing, Taylor? Good to see you. So the Chargers will be starting from their own 22-yard line. 1st and 10, 14-42 remaining here in the second quarter. Crafty says, I'm not sure it should have been clear enough to... I was going to say, Crafty, I didn't think that was... Like, if you called that on the field as an interception, looking at it, it looks like you see the bounce off the one arm and elbow forearm, and then he's got his other hand and arm underneath the ball. I mean, you can make the reasonable argument that hits his arm and then his hand underneath it and doesn't hit the ground. At least that's what I said. Maybe that's why I'm not a fan. Again, I spot the ball and it's always spotted in the wrong place. So I mean, who am I? Who am I to say any of these things? Crafty says the special team punt returner pulled an OBJ. Yeah, man, you have to understand where you are on the field and realize, hey, just stay in your lane, as it were. Go north and south, going backwards and going. Oh, I can beat everybody around. No, you can't. These are all people on NFL teams too. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to do that. Let me see. Let me fix Taylor here. I might fix Taylor so it's a little less. You see. Maybe we'll do that. There we go. So she's a little more. You get a little me and get a little Taylor. Or do you like it better when she's blocking my face? I think that's fine. I think that works. That'll be fine. We love Taylor here. But she's, again, it's on the 22-yard line. I can't do anything until they move off the 22-yard line. Oh, pardon me. Correct. He says the ball's allowed to touch the ground as long as you maintain your grip. Yeah, but here's the thing: is he didn't have possession of it. Like if he had possession of it and it touched, like I get that. So if any part of it did touch, it would be. I get it. We've got a pitch back here to O'Marion Hampton, and he's going to get a first down and more. As he's going to get it down to about the 36 or 37-yard line. First down, Chargers. Yeah, you want to keep moving. You want to keep the blood flow in the area, man. That's the point. That's what you're doing, man. Why are you surprised by that lady on the announcer saying like, "Oh, Justin Herbert's on the sideline, keeps on trying to move. He's trying to keep movement in his hand that he just had surgery on, 7 days ago." And yeah, no shit. We got a flag down on a 1-yard play. And it looks like that's going to be holding against the Chargers, so that's going to be coming back. Going to be first and 20 now from the 27-yard line for the Chargers. I know you like it better when she blocks my face, Crafty. I know. First and 20, Herbert. He's going to step up, and he's going to run it himself. Gets to the 31 as everybody's like, oh, my God, stop it. 5-yard gain, 2nd and 15 coming up here for the Chargers and Herbert. So 2nd and 15, Herbert's in shotgun. Takes the snap. Rolls to his right, looks, throws, incomplete. He was looking for Gadsden, his tight end. Did not get it, so we're going to have 3rd down and very long to go here for the Chargers, 3rd and 15. Crafty's like, everyone is crying when Herbert runs, just like he's to it. No, I mean, because it's not for the concussion. It's for the fact that he literally has a broken hand. It's like, oh, my God. You're the franchise. Please. Please relax. So Herbert takes a snap on 3rd and 15. Avoids the pressure. Looks, throws deep down the field. Boy, there's got to be some flag for contact. No. Wow. Cooper Dijon. He's putting down thumbs down as the Philadelphia crowd goes wild. here in West Philadelphia, born and raised, otherwise known as Inglewood, California these days. He was looking back at the football. Okay. All right. Nah, no, good. No flag. No flag. Fine. Fine. I begrudgingly give the Eagles the benefit of the doubt. Punt is away. And that's going to get caught at the 12. Return to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 26. And that is where the Eagles will start off. That's what happens when you run north to south. Run north to south and gain yardage. Don't run sideways and backwards. You lose yardage. That's a lesson to learn for the Chargers and their special teams. 12:35 remaining here in the second quarter. Chargers 7, Eagles 3 here on Stay Tuned Sports. I'm your boy King hanging out with you here on this Monday night. Certainly hope everybody's having a great Monday night out there during these holiday seasons, which I know can be stressful. And just to let you know that if you're stressed, and maybe the holiday season's got you down. Maybe you've got the seasonal defective or whatever, defective disorder, whatever the hell they call it. I don't have that because I love the dark. I love the night and the dark. Again, I think I would do very well up in the Arctic Circle right around these times where it's just like dark all the time. Like it barely gets twilight. For sunrise is the sky gets a little bit brighter and then it's gone. Sign me up for that. Negative 30 degrees. You speak my language. That's what I want. Anyway, it can be tough times. But you know what? Something we're here for you here at Stay Tuned Sports. Not in any really, effective means, but hey, you get to watch this bold, goofy fuck talk to you about football. If you like any part of this show, please hit that like button. Helps us out tremendously. I think it does. Anyway, YouTube, hit that share button. Let people know that we exist. That's a big, big, big thing that you can do for us here as well. And, of course, if you haven't signed up to us yet, please hit that subscribe button. That is one of the biggest things you do as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers and hopefully being monetized here on this lovely and beautiful platform known as YouTube. Also, if you want to help us out a little bit more directly, we have a link for our donation station and our merch store that is available over in the top of the chat. Links are there and in the description below this video. You can go click on any one of those links there. That helps us out. Also, if you do want to go to Dubby, again, I don't know how much more I'm going to do with them because nobody buys anything from them, and I don't get paid from them. So, I'm not going to sit here and do work that I'm not getting paid for, unless I'm doing it for me. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give free advertising for somebody that isn't going to pay me. That's not going to happen. So this might be the last time you see that W logo there. It might go back to the Stay Tuned Sports one, unless somebody wants to sponsor me. Somebody wants to sponsor, put the note. We'll get the logo down there on the ticker, right down there. I'll put the logo in the front. I'll put the logo on I'll put your logo on our logo. I don't give a shit. Hey, message me, talk to me. We'll figure something out, man. Come on. We'll figure that out. But if you do want to go and see if if you buy something, maybe I get a little commission or something. I have no idea, like 15 cents or something. W.GG. You use the code STSports. And get 10% off your first order. Barkley gets tackled for a yard loss on 1st and 10. It's going to be 2nd and 11 for the Eagles back at their own 25. That's the second straight 1-yard loss on 1st down to start a drive for the Eagles. Not great. Not great. Derwin James then on the tackle.
Chargers, go!
2nd and 11. Hurts is in shotgun. Oh, blitz by the Chargers, and that's going to be thrown away. We got a flag in the defensive backfield. To see a legal contact on the Chargers, 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down. Didn't need to touch him, didn't need to hit him. Let's see. Because Jalen Hurts is a bad quarterback and he was under pressure, so it was no chance. What? Wow. Come on. That's a bad flag. That's objectively a bad flag. What are we doing? Come on. Like, that's just bailing out the Eagles again. The Eagles are the new Chiefs. We know that since the Chiefs are done, they got to have a new Chiefs, and that's going to be the Eagles. So now from the 30-yard line, 11:47 remaining in the second. Hurts back, looks, throws, caught. That's going to be Shipley out of the backfield. Gain of 2. They're going to give him 3. 2nd and 7. Jalen Hurts, 6 of 9. Nice. For 35 yards tonight. Hurts keeps the ball, looks, throws, caught by Goddard, and Goddard's going to get him some yardage up to the 49-yard line. First down, Eagles, and Goddard. Dallas Goedert, 3 catches for 38 yards tonight, averaging 12.7 yards per catch. Doing well here. Hurts, big ball down the middle. That's going to be caught by A.J. Brown down to the Chargers' 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Eagles, now they've got a rhythm. Now they're moving the ball here. The Eagles fans in the stands going crazy, which is a majority of the fans there at SoFi Stadium, also known as Lincoln Financial Field West. We are at 10 minutes and running here in the second quarter. Hurts got hands off to Barkley. Barkley gets a yard. Not even. No, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. So here we go. 2nd and 10. Hurts. Got time. He's getting pressured now. He's going to pull it down and run. He's going to get about 7 yards. Going to be 3rd and 3 coming up for the Eagles after that gain from Jalen Hurts. They're going to give him. They gave him 9 yards on that? What kind of fucking spot is that? Troy Aikman just calling out Hurts for all of his terrible decisions, saying he's got A.J. Brown literally right in front of him, and he pulls it down and he runs. 3rd and a long 2. I don't know why this one set up here, 3rd and 1. It's 3rd and almost 3, and it should be. Like, that's Jesus Christ. Hurts goes over the middle, intercepted by the Chargers, and then it's fumbled by the Chargers, and then it's fumbled by the Eagles, and then it's recovered by the Chargers. Holy shit! We've got bedlam at SoFi. Intercepted, fumble, picked up by the Eagles, refumbled by the Eagles, and then finally recovered by the Chargers. Oh, wow. All that means is 1st down for the Chargers. Crafty in the chat says this game is drunk. Orange and Blue says a majority. In SoFi, I know, shocking that the visiting team's fans outnumber the home team's fans by a vast amount at SoFi. Paul in the chat says, what the fuck just happened? Exactly. That was a fun little bit. That was a fun little excursion there between the Eagles. Crafty says Jalen Hurts turned the ball over twice on the same play. Boy, that's one of those historic facts that you don't want. That's one of those historic facts that's like, oh yeah, no, this quarterback was able to go ahead and turn the ball over twice in the same play. You don't want your jersey in the Hall of Fame for that one. That one I might decline to give any artifacts for that. Oh, by the way, and this came out a couple hours ago, so I don't know. I'm a little late on this one. But Bengals star defensive end Trey Hendrickson is set to go visit Dr. William Myers in Philadelphia's Vincera Institute as he weighs likely having core muscle surgery. That comes from Ian Rapoport and Tom Pelissero. Surgery would knock Hendrickson out for the season. He's been battling what they've been calling a hip injury, but it's clearly something to do more with the core muscle area with him. Maybe he's got a core muscle pull, a tear, a strain, something of that nature. So, just he's gone. He's gonna be gone. Like he's gonna be gone. As we know, Daniel Jones out for that sucks. I was rooting like hell for Daniel Jones and the Colts. It really sucks to see that happen. Yep, and it is official. By the way, thank you for pointing that out. Jimbo in the chat, he says, I'm going to bed, but I'll part you guys with these words. Put Tanner McKee in. It's official. Yeah, Jalen Hurts has been credited with the interception and the fumble on the same play. So Chargers ball, 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line. That's going to be a handoff to Vidal, and Vidal is going to get all the way to the Eagles' 49-yard line. 2nd and 2 coming up here for the Chargers. By the way, if you had Jalen Hurts on your fantasy team, Jalen Hurts loses 2 points for the interception, then 2 more points for the fumble after the opposing team. So he lost 4 points on that play if you had Jalen Hurts in fantasy for your playoffs this week. Theo Johnson gets the catch. Did I say Theo? I mean Quentin Johnson. Sorry. I'm thinking about the Giants here. So Quentin Johnson gets taken down for no gain. 3rd and 2 upcoming here for the Chargers. Paul says, we tried to trade for Trey Hendrickson for 2 years. Glad we didn't. Well, no, I mean, I think he's still a good player. He just happened to get injured. Like, everybody's going to get injured. He's fine. I'd still want to get him. But, yeah, he didn't get traded this year because he was still dealing with that injury back then. Throws over the middle. Caught! And that's going to be a 1st down for the Chargers. Trey Harris with the reception. Herbert was running for his life, couldn't find anything, kind of let go of a little bit of a... No, I thought it might have been a duck, but it wasn't. That was actually right on the money. Good job by Herbert. Why did I think that was a duck in live action? I don't know. That was a tight spiral. And then Herbert just kind of has that look like, yeah. Hey, we got a couple of Chargers fans in the Chargers home stadium. That's a rarity to see. Handoff. Vidal gets the handoff. And that's going to be a gain of 6 yards. Crafty in the chat saying, hey, man, watching Herbert, he throws some great sidearms. I was going to say that was as that was a tight ass spiral. Maybe that's why I thought I just saw him do the stardom. I was like, oh, he just kind of wung it out there. Maybe that was a duck. But you see that replay, that fucking thing was a tight spiral, man. Sorry, I'm trying to curse less, YouTube. Don't hate me. Hand off to Omarion Hampton. He's going to get half a yard on that particular play. 3rd and 4 upcoming. So no real gain. And we have an injured Charger lineman on the field. Oh, no. Trey Pipkins. Oh, shut up. I hate when that thing has the stupid video, and now it's off, so I can't even fix it. Damn it. Hey, look at me. Going to be able to win a fantasy playoff game for the first time in forever. Craft in the chat says, Chargers? Fan? Chargers still have linemen? Chargers. What do the Chargers have more of? Fans in the stands or linemen? I don't know at this point. Sorry, I punched the mic again. Always punching the mic. Taking Zipbound might mean your asshole falls out, but hey, at least you'll be thinner. Like, here's the thing. I lost a shit ton of weight. I lost, I actually weighed myself for the first time in a very long time. And since I cut the carbs out, I haven't weighed myself since I cut carbs out. I've lost 35 pounds since February. Just by not eating bread and pasta and French fries and potatoes and carbs, all that kind of stuff. And just cutting carbs out mostly. And again, I still have my cheat meals every Saturday. Every now and then I'll have a little bit of that, but like not eating potato chips, not eating snacks, cutting out the carbs, like all the breads and the heavy pastas and all the carbohydrate heavy foods. Just by not eating that, I lost 35 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, the thing that sucks is that it's the lesson my father taught me so many years ago, and it just took until I was a 44-year-old loser to actually realize, oh shit, Dad was right. Dad knows what he was talking about. No shit. Oh, glad I finally figured that out. Yeah, but willpower is a thing. You can just say, no, I'm not going to eat that. I'm not going to drink that. I'm not going to, like, I realized that, like, I was a smoker for, on and off for a couple years. I had a couple stretches, then I quit, then I got back on it, and I went for another couple of years and stretched. And it was one of those things where it's just like, I just stopped one day. I'll never forget the day I stopped. When I finally stopped, this is now going on about 8 years. 8 years coming up soon. Like, I think somewhere here in December it was. I'll finish that story in a second. 3rd and 4 for the Chargers. And Herbert's going down. We've got a flag. Holding on the Chargers. Penalties declined. Did they call that an incomplete pass or they call that a sack? They did call. They finally moved it back. They did call. I thought so. I thought that was a sack.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
It's not an official sack if I don't play the clip. We know that. Chargers going for the field goal. Snap, hold, kick is up, and that is. It does a little dance in the air, but it gets where it needs to go. Splits the uprights, and that's going to be 10-3. Go Chargers, go over the Philadelphia Eagles here with 4:55 remaining in the second quarter here on Monday Night Football.
Go Chargers, go.
Stop playing videos on my thing here, ESPN. Is there a way I can just look at that and stop it and fix it? Like, just stop it. Just Stop it. Orange and blue in the chat says, fly, Eagles, fly. I guess not. Crafty in the chat says, they did call to stat. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm glad we got that. You couldn't pay me enough to do that. You couldn't pay me enough to do that. Man, you need to have some dignity and some self-respect. Disney tells you to put on a Monsters, Inc. suit. You say no. Oh! Kick returner gets blown up by the Chargers. Delshon Phillips with the just big, beautiful hit right in the middle of the field. And so it's going to be Eagles ball, 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Pecan in the chat says, who that say they going to beat them Saints? Take us out of the booty cheeks, King. You're reading my mind, Pecan. Reading my mind. I don't know how I could in good conscience have the Saints in the booty cheeks 5 this week. I don't think I could. I told you how much I like them anyway. I like your team, even though they have not been obviously the best team this year. But what have I said every single time? Incomplete pass on 1st and 10 for the Eagles, 2nd and 10. Every single week with the Saints, even when they get blown out, even if they play close, they go out there and they give their effort every game. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't. But they are never a team that you watch and are like, they're not trying, they're quitting or anything like that. That is never the case with the Saints. And this week, again, it pays off for them. They go to Tampa on the road against a team that I think you would ask anybody would say they are better than the Saints, should have beat the Saints, and they go in there and they beat them in a situation where the Buccaneers need wins. They need to start getting these wins, and the Saints go in there and it's intercepted. Hurts is intercepted for the 2nd drive in a row, and I had it on the Eagles. I don't know why it didn't go over there, but now it doesn't matter because it's back on the Chargers. Oh no, this is not going to help the narrative in Philadelphia. Oh, Jimbo, I'm glad you're in bed. I'm glad you're not watching this because you would have nightmares about this. Oh, no. Crafty in the chat, he says the Chargers are pulling homeless transients off the L.A. streets to try to come in and play as linemen. Kind of like Detroit last year was doing for linebackers. Pecan. Oh, no. This is not. It is not going to be fun times on WIP. If you have the ability to listen on the internet, maybe after this game, we'll see what happens in this game. But tune in to WIP and let's listen. Let's listen to what the Philadelphia sports fan has to say. Oh, Herbert's going to get sacked. He drops the ball, and that's going to be a fumble right back to the Eagles. Oh, no. Oh, no. And this is where maybe having the surgically repaired hand is not the best. Punched it out. That wasn't even on the surgically repaired hand. That was just there. Yeah. And just like that, the Chargers with a great and massive opportunity, it goes right back to the Eagles, and now the Eagles kind of gain yardage as they have it now on the 44-yard line. Lloyd says, this game is worse than getting with the girl you slept with from the bar. No, I think they're both kind of equal in that sense of just a case of, I mean, at least it's entertaining. May not be the healthiest thing to do. May not be the best as far as either mental or physical health. but it's going to kill some time, and it is for the time being entertaining. Saquon's going to get the carry, and he's going to get 8 yards. They're going to give him 9 yards, 2nd and 1. Coming up here, they say he crossed the 50, so he's at the Chargers' 49-yard line, 2nd and 1, the official spot. Barkley's going to run it over to the left, and he's going to get it down to the 45. 44 they're going to officially mark him at. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. 3:41, 3:40 remaining in the second with the clock running. Derwin James being helped off the field for the Chargers. No clock stoppage here. Eagles line up. Barkley in the backfield. This might be just all Barkley here. Oh, the referees are calling a timeout now. Did they retroactively stop the clock? Are they going to put like 20 seconds back on the clock? What are they? They did. So now they moved it back to 3:40. All right, whatever. Lloyd says, are you sure about that? This game is peak comedy. Hey, listen, some of the girls you take home from the bar late at night, the old 1 o'clockers, the last callers, peak comedy as well. Barkley just ducking, weaving, and he's going to get 14 yards on that carry. Saquon starting to get hot. Starting to cook here a little bit is Saquon down to the 31-yard line of the Chargers. Boy, the Chargers had a chance to really kind of put this first half and put a real big stamp on it, and fumbling it right away after another Jalen Hurts interception. And it looks like the Eagles are just going to run the ball with Barkley here. Three-yard gain for Barkley. And to be fair, listen, look at me. I'm sure that I've been somebody's comedic last call. Some fine young lady has seen me and said, you know what? Why not? And then woke up in the morning and immediately regretted it. I'm sure. I'm no great shakes. But that's not to say that also A.J. Brown with the reception. He's going to get it down to the 17-yard line, 1st down, Eagles. But you still, there have been some ones, from my end too, where even looking as I do, you look at that and it's like, boy, I need to lay off the booze for a bit. You got to lay off the booze sometimes. Sometimes you just got to lay off the booze. Just got to do it. Not good for you. So we've hit the 2-minute warning here. Eagles driving the ball. They have it at the 17-yard line and a 1st down. Trailing 10-3 to the Chargers are the Eagles. Again, Jalen Hurts had thrown yet another interception, but then unfortunately Justin Herbert fumbled the ball on the very next play, gave the Eagles the ball back on their own 44-yard line, and then Saquon Barkley has been just moving the ball. The first pass on this particular drive, after I guess not trusting Jalen Hurts to throw the ball anymore, which I could understand, was that last play for the 1st down to A.J. Brown. Can the Eagles finish off this drive? We're going to find out coming up after the 2-minute warning. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. If you'd like to go ahead and hit that like button, helps us out with the YouTube algorithm, I think. None of us really know anymore. I'm sure there's people who are in the back end of YouTube who know the code. We know the codes. We know whenever they change the algorithm. We know this. Like people like Matt Pat back in the day used to know that shit. I think he still does. He's like in consulting now. Like that's why he doesn't even do his channel anymore. He just does consulting for YouTube channels. So Like, I'm sure people like him and other people who are like really deep dive. Like, again, I'm not the kind of guy. I'm a fat, goofy bastard who wants to come on here, talk football, and be funny with everybody. Just watch along with these games and be like, what the fuck is going on? That's what we're doing here. So, I think it helps. We'll see. I have no idea. But it couldn't hurt. So go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the share button. Let people know we exist. Share us around. Helps us out tremendously. Thank you so very much. And, of course, if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscription button and that notification bell as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Come join us in the chat. The community is alive and well, kicking in the chat. We've got Pecan in there talking about his Saints. We've got Crafty. We've got Lloyd. We've got Paul's been in there in and out all day. ELS kind of disappeared on us, but that's okay. We still love him. Jimbo, again, I think he's in bed already. We got Orange and Blue in there. His Broncos somehow 11-2. I don't know how. Like I said, I keep on saying it every week. Like they're the worst. They're the worst of 10-2. They're the worst 9-2. They're the worst 11-2 team. But they're still an 11-2 team, so there's nothing you could argue about that. So here we go. 2 minutes remaining. First down, we've got a handoff here. That's going to be a gain of about 4 yards. Bigsby with the carry. That Dickerson got hurt again. He got landed. He tripped on someone and then got that person landed on him, so he's hurt again. Kenneth in the chat, he says, "Hey, I'm eating dinner right now. A salad, that's a healthy choice. That's a smart choice there, Kenneth. Good job. Eating a salad for dinner. You want something light. You want something too heavy. Too heavy in your stomach late at night, not good for you. No good. Hurts throws. That's going to be caught by Goddard. It's going to be a first down inside the 5, close to the 1 yard line. First and goal for the Eagles. In fact, marked right at the 1. And the Eagles looking to punch this in and tie this game up before the end of the half, as the Chargers will receive the second half kickoff. So this appears to be push time for the Eagles. But it's not. Eagles lined up with Hurts in shotgun. It looks like they move it back to the 2. That's why. The Eagles have taken a timeout. Finally able to shut that up. So the Eagles use their first timeout. So here we go. The Eagles lined up at the 2 yard line. They are not going to do the push. 2 yards out. It's going to be a handoff to Barkley, and he gets no gain. Oh, ball's out! They're going to say no, down, or forward progress stopped, whatever it is. Either way, no gain. Second and goal from the 2. Chargers now take a timeout. Clog up that middle. So second and goal from the 2. Trips to the left here for Jalen Hurts. He's going to take the ball. He's going, looking, can't find anybody. There's a flag down throw. It's caught. For now, it's a touchdown. Let's wait and see what the flag is. And, Sirianni's pissed. It's going to be holding on the Eagles. So no touchdown, 10-yard penalty, repeat, second down. Meliata with the flag. Oh, Sirianni's so very mad. He's very mad. Let's see. Yeah, no, he's grabbing the jersey. Can't do that. Holding is holding, and that was holding. So they do call that 10-yard penalty. Now 2nd and goal from the 12 for the Eagles. Hurts steps back. He's going to get pressured. Oh, jailbreak. Throws out of bounds. Incomplete. 3rd and goal from the 12. 59 seconds remaining. Eagles have 2 timeouts. Chargers have 2 timeouts. The clock is stopped on the incomplete pass. This feels like 2 down territory for the Eagles. Pardon me, as I burst into flames. Why did the Chargers call timeout? Why did the Chargers call timeout? That doesn't make sense. Why would the Chargers call timeout? With the play clock running down. I'm confused by that one. I am confused. Okay, whatever. Either way, 3rd and goal coming up here for the Eagles. It's from the 12. So it's 3rd and goal from the 12. Hurts, it's an empty backfield for Hurts. He takes the snap. He's going to look and, gets pressured, almost gets sacked. Then he does get hit. It's up. Was it fumbled? Why you're celebrating? You should have picked up the ball, asshole. Chargers take their final timeout. What an idiot. You could have grabbed that ball so they didn't even have a chance to go for the field goal. Like number 91 gave up. Okay, so they said it's an incomplete pass, which I don't know about that. It did look like a fumble, but the Chargers aren't charged the timeout. Brings the clock back to, I think, 47 seconds or whatever. Interesting. Hurts should have been sacked twice on that one. Ooh, man, you ever get that like right here in the chest, and it's just like there's something there. I'm trying to cough it up, but it won't move. It's like, like concrete in your chest. It's the worst. 30-yard attempt here. Snap, hold, kick, up. I mean, not much of a. You missed that. You got problems. That's going to be another 3 on the board, and so the Eagles, they get 6. They make it a 4-point game, 10-6 going into halftime here. I don't know who does the graphics for Monday Night Football, but please stop. Chargers going to get the ball up to the, where is there, 43 seconds left? Where are they at? 35, 36, 31, 32, 25. Set up. Chargers get the ball at the 31-yard line. 48 seconds left. Or 43 seconds left, sorry. So 43 seconds left. Chargers on the 31-yard line. They have one timeout. Herbert steps back, looks, throws deep ball down the sideline. Did nobody there. Miscommunication somewhere. By the way, here's a little something here. This comes from a spokesman for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and I'll get back to that into a second. 2nd and 10 for Herbert and the Chargers from the 31, 36 seconds remaining. Herbert steps back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught by Keenan Allen. Going to be 3rd and about 4. 3rd and 4 from the 37. Clock is ticking. Chargers get up to the line. They're not going to use the timeout yet. Under 20 seconds. Herbert's going to take the snap at 16. Looks, throws, intercepted at the 45-yard line. We have a flag down. They say a 15-yard penalty, unnecessary roughness on the Chargers. That was it. That's why it seemed to float so bad. Herbert's arm was hit as he threw. Why is that a flag? He tackled him. That's crazy. That's why they threw the flag? That's fucking crazy. By the way, this game is the first game with 6 turnovers in the first half. Remember, Jalen Hurts did it twice on one play. And because of the penalty, the ball's now on the Chargers' 30-yard line. And the Eagles are just going to go for a field goal right now. And now he's going to change his mind. Now they're going to... Or now he's not, because Hurts isn't going out there. Hurts lost his fucking helmet. He can't get out on the field. Why is the play clock not running? Why did they add more time? What is going on? Uh, 10 seconds. Eagles have the ball on the 30-yard line. They do have 2 timeouts. Jalen Hurts in shotgun. Back. Looks. Throws. Out of bounds. Incomplete. 5 seconds left. Now they'll kick the field goal. Hi, Papa Jack. How are you? In case anybody wants to know how great and awesome Pepper Jack is today, without even asking, without any provocation from yours truly, she got me some Wendy's chili. That's good times right there. You find you a woman to get you some fine Wendy's chili. That kick is up, and it is no good. Oh, a 48-yard attempt goes wide left, and the Eagles, with a great chance to get within 1 point, miss the kick on the Herbert interception, and it remains a 10-6 game, and the Chargers will get the ball first in the second half. So that's how the first day. Boy, we've talked about sloppy games before. We've talked about, these games maybe not the best. And again, we've watched Raiders games on this channel before. So, that being said, that might be one of the sloppiest first halves of football I've ever seen in my life. We saw a play that had 2 turnovers. That happened. By the same player. That happened. Now, you've watched football history here, ladies and gentlemen. It is great. Lloyd in the chat says, King, I prefer my chili to not have finger in it. Well, that's where you and me differ, man. I love getting fingered with my chili. Paul in the chat saying, have we actually found 2 teams worse than the Colts? The Colts aren't bad. Paul, I know it seems bleak right now. I know it all seems bleak with the injuries and everything like that. It's okay. Okay. Take a breath. Crafty says that kick was so far left it voted for Mamdani. Jesus Christ. I like Wendy's. Again, Wendy's chili is great. Those the chicken fingers, the Wendy's tendies. I was gonna say for fast food chicken tenders. Not bad. Not bad. Better than the McDonald's tried to come back and say, "Oh, guys, we have the McDonald's snack wraps back." Pepper Jack, being a snack wrap aficionado, somebody who loved it back in the day before they got rid of it for no apparent reason, and then brought it back, has assured me it is not the same. And those chicken select things, or what they want to be, like the McChicken strips or whatever, are not what the chicken selects used to be, which is what they used to make the snack wraps out of. So, McDonald's, not that great. The Wendy's tendies, however, Wendy's tendies are good. Of course, Wendy's chili is always good. And that's it. When you're looking for the lower carb outfit at a fast food place, you're not, it's going to be slim pickings as it is. The chili is a little less carbs, and obviously getting a whole burger bun or fries or something like that. I think it's still got beans in it, so you got to that. But you can, that's negligible. You take your medicine, you're going to be fine. But not bad stuff. Paul says, I haven't had the tendies yet. They're good. I like them anyway. I'll say that. I like them. I think they're good. Lloyd says, I make my own snack. I kind of do as well. Just with chicken. I know we have, we buy chicken tenders from the store. I have also done the thing before where we just buy the, I'll just cut the chicken up myself and do it. The truly homemade style of that. But sometimes, you're just lazy. You don't want to do anything like that. So you take that, you throw a couple of little chicken strips into the air fryer, you put whatever accoutrement you want there with your snack up. I have my zero carb tortillas. Got my tortillas that I go ahead and use there. And you make yourself a pretty good snack wrap. It's super low carb, and it's good. It's delicious, and a wonderful lunch if you ever have it. Lunch or dinner, depending on what you want to do. But the Wendy's ones are good. The Wendy's ones are good. I'll give them credit. Get credit where credit is due. That's good stuff. So we are at halftime. Chargers 10, Eagles 6. Could have been 9. Could have been 9, but they missed a field goal wide left. And now the Chargers do get the ball first in the second half. I'm going to go, as your over-caffeinated host often does, during these halftime little sprints here. Going to go make myself some coffee and recaffeinate as we do as we get ready for the second half of what's going to be. If it's anything like the first half, it's going to be sloppy. It's going to be entertaining, a lot like your mom. So we'll be right back here in just a moment. Let me go make my coffee. You go freshen up. Go to the bathroom, take a piss. If you got to go take a dump, take yourself the finest dump in the land. Get a couple of snacks. Get a couple of beverages, whether you're drinking coffee as well. Maybe an adult little nightcap you got there. Whatever you want to do, and we'll meet back here in just a little bit for the second half of Monday Night Football. Chargers 10, Eagles 6. And no, just a real quick poll. Yeah, rice, can't have rice. Rice is nothing but carbs. Rice is carbs, corn is carbs, peas are carbs, everything. Anything that's high in starch and carbs and stuff, not good, not great. So yeah, I cut the rice out too. Got a nice fresh cup of coffee. Oh, hey, ELS in the chat. Great to see you, ELS. Where you been, buddy? ELS says, hey, well, this game fucking sucks. Chargers should be up 24-3. I mean, yeah. But also, they should also maybe only be up a point, considering how the Eagles missed that field goal at the end, and the Chargers are making just as many mistakes. So, yeah, we could be angry at the Eagles and be like, oh, Eagles are making really bad mistakes or Eagles aren't playing well. The Chargers are not taking advantage either. So, this is not a case of one team, really being bad and the Chargers being like, oh, wow, the Chargers are just there. Like, again, it's bad. It's a sloppy game. It's a sloppy game. It is. You're right. Absolutely, 100%. ELS says, me and my cousin are on FaceTime right now watching the game. All right, well, enjoy. You and your cousin, enjoy and have some fun there. Making fun of the Eagles and the Chargers in what has been just a sloppy game. It was the first game all season, they said, that had 6 turnovers in the first half. As we mentioned, 2 of them on one play by one player. Good old Jalen Hurts. So here we go. Start of the third quarter is underway. The Chargers are going to get the ball first. They're going to get it at the 6, return it to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 32-yard line, and that is where they will start. By the way, the thing I was going to say before I got distracted with the interception, from Justin Herbert was, per spokesman for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, if Phillip Rivers does indeed sign with the Colts and takes just one snap, his Hall of Fame eligibility will be reset, and he would need to be out for another 5 seasons for Hall of Fame eligibility. First down for the Chargers. No gain on that run for Omarion Hampton. Rivers right now is currently a semifinalist for the 2026 Hall of Fame. So that's, that's the thing. You're right on the cusp of being a Hall of Famer. Do you want to come back for a chance to play and probably not win a ring? As much as I do like the Colts and root for them, is that a case where that's something that's going to happen? Or, do you say, screw it, and I'll just stay in the Hall of Fame? Hand off to Vidal, and Vidal's going to cut it out to the left. He's going to gain about 5 or 6 yards. He'll be third and a little bit more manageable. Indeed, 6-yard gain, 3rd and 4 from the 39-yard line. Chargers looking not to go 3 and out on this drive. The Eagles trying to keep the Chargers to a 3 and out and get the ball back in the hands of their amazing playmaker Jalen Hurts. Herbert's going to pull it down, runs for the first down, slides. First down, Chargers. Herbert doing it with his feet and a broken hand. (13, 29, 28, 27 remaining here in the third quarter. We've just started the second half, and the Chargers have gotten a first down. 1st and 10 from the 44. Herbert. That's going to be a handoff here to Vidal. Vidal's going to get a yard. They're going to say no gain. I thought he got at least a, you know what? They push these things when these guys go and get to the line of scrimmage, they give him a yard, and you're like, oh, how is that more of a yard? This one, it looked like he got more past there, and they didn't give it. All right, whatever. 2nd and 10, they're going to say no gain. Well, at least a half a yard. Thrown over the middle, caught. Quentin Johnson gets the catch, but he's going to be short about 2 yards of the first down. He was lined up to get hit. He tried to go inside and then just gets caught on the knee and taken down. So 3rd and 2. For the Chargers, and they're going to get it. O'Marion Hampton gets 3. Going over all the Chargers' offensive line injuries is ESPN, as we see there. We've known that. As even Crafty said, it looks like they had to maybe pick up some of the vagrants off of the L.A. streets to play offensive line. A little bit of a jet sweep there. Goes only for 2 yards. Trey Harris with the carry. 2nd and 8. To see a beautiful helicopter view of SoFi Stadium there in Inglewood, California, where the taxes are high, but so is everybody else. Herbert hands off here to Vidal, and Vidal's going to get hit right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard. Going to be 3rd and 7 here, maybe 3rd and 6. Ooh, that should have been a face mask penalty. Eagles blitz. Herbert gets out of it, and he's got nothing but green after the blitz. First down and more. Gets out at the 26-yard line. First down, Chargers. The Eagles sent the house, and they couldn't get to Herbert. Herbert! Oh, Herbert and Jezebel. But they couldn't get to him. It was a jailbreak. Oh, what a... And they had him. They had him, and he just snuck away. So at the 27, they mark him. I thought it was the 26. Now they give it to Hampton. He gets it to just short of the 25. Gain of, I would say, 2, considering where the ball is placed, but they say 1, 2nd and 9. Can the Chargers pay off this first drive of the second half, or will the Eagles' defense get a stop? 10 plays, 42 yards, and already 6 minutes and 22 seconds of clock eaten up here by the Chargers. Hampton in motion. Herbert throws, caught. Gadsden. That's going to be a yard short of the first down. 3rd and 1 coming up. Down to the 18. How are they saying 3rd and 2 when the ball was literally a yard? It's It's a pitch out to Hampton, and he's going to get nowhere. So 4th down, and I mean, it's 4th and 1. I don't know why they're calling it 2. It's 4th and 1. The Chargers might settle for a field goal here to make it a full touchdown lead. As they are. They're setting up for a field goal here. 36-yard attempt for the Chargers. Snap, hold. That one is up, and that splits the uprights. So that is good. And the Chargers take a full 7-point lead over the Eagles, 13-6, early on here in the second half.
Go Chargers, go!
Oh, we got a flag down. What's this? Oh, take the points off the board. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Eagles. What'd they do? Leverage? Oh, no. So they're going to... it's half the distance to the goal. Oh, ask the Broncos. They know all about leverage. Perna won't shut the fuck up about it. I'm trying to curse less. So that makes it 1st and goal down at the 9-yard line of the Eagles right now. Oh, just mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. Herbert takes the snap under center, and that's going to be a loss of 4 yards. Blankenship with the tackle. 2nd and goal from the 13-yard line. Eagles defense very upset. Chargers drive has taken up 8 minutes and 25 seconds of clock already. Herbert steps back, looks. He's going to take the sack here, and that's going to be another big loss. So the Chargers get a second wind, and they get 2 immediate. This was 1st and goal from the 9. It's now 3rd and goal from the 16. So kind of like how the Eagles were when they were down in the goal-to-goal situation going backwards. Now the Chargers are... Oh, this game. Oh, this game. I should be drinking something stronger than coffee. Watching this game. I should be drinking something. I should be watching something better, too. Herbert back, throws out of the backfield, incomplete, was tipped at the line. So the Chargers now have to go kick a field goal anyway. Kind of from the same spot that they were. So the Eagles defense holds. Let's see if they get another penalty here. Let's see. Will this end up? I mean, because this could be a situation where the Chargers go ahead and miss this field goal. Snap, hold, that kick is up, and not even Dicker, the kicker, right down the middle again. So it is a 1st down again. Oh, I still had it on the Eagles' possession. Sorry about that, because I figured once they scored, it was over. So that's on me. But the Eagles now will have possession, and it is now officially 13-6, and the Chargers officially do have a 1-touchdown lead over the Philadelphia Eagles with 5:32 left in the 3rd quarter. That was a 9.5-minute drive to start the 3rd quarter, the second half there, for the Chargers. And, yeah.
Go Chargers, go!
This game, man. this game. I'm trying to see it. Was that Jalen Hurts? Was that the first play ever in history where someone threw a pick and fumbled on the same play? Someone needs to check that out. There's no way he actually said that. I'm scrolling through Twitter here. I know. Very exciting. Did he actually say this live on air? I got to hear this. Oh, no, that's just somebody streaming. Okay, never mind. I thought it was... Sorry, I'm trying to find something interesting about this game to talk about other than the fact that it's this kind of dog shit. We're getting there. Eagles, big return. Fumble on the return! It looks like they jumped back on it. Oh, wow. Nearly disaster again for the Eagles. It was a big return. It looked like he was going to get even further, and then it gets knocked out at the 35, recovered at about the 36-yard line, so that's where the Eagles will get. It looks like he could have broke it for even more, got punched out, and then he's lucky that he fell back on it. Boy, oh boy, the Chargers had a chance there. Hurts under center from the 36, 1st and 10. This is going to be a play action. Hurts back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught by A.J. Brown. Big gain into Charger territory at the 38-yard line of the Chargers. 1st and 10. Hurts. Oh, he goes to back to pass, slips, still gets away, throws down the field. He was looking for Goddard, incomplete. 2nd and 10. That was nearly disaster again for the Eagles, but Hurts is able to at least get the ball out there. Dickerson listed as questionable by the Eagles to return. Hand off to Barkley. It was going to be a 6-yard loss, and it's still going to be. Five-yard loss for the Eagles on 2nd and 10, 3rd and 15 upcoming. Hurts on 3rd and 15. He's going to complete it to A.J. Brown. Gets a decent gain. It looks like of about 10, but it's going to be like 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. In that particular spot. Or it's 4th and 6, 4th and 5, something like that. Actually, nope, never mind. 4th and 8. And the Eagles going to go for another field goal here. They missed the kick right before halftime from 48 yards. This, again, to make it a 6-point game. Or, I'm sorry, a 4-point game. Elliott. Snap. Hold. That kick is up, and it is good. Just sneaks it in. That was looking real dicey there for a second. But the Eagles get it in. Just slipped it in. And honestly, that's all you need to do. As long as it gets in, it's in. Eagles, 9. Chargers, 13. Chargers get the ball coming up here. 3:22 remaining in the third quarter. So are people really up in arms about the whole Pete Carroll thing? Again, like I said, last night I was very tired. So after the Bears-Packers game, I checked out a little bit. But obviously at the time I wasn't seeing the end of the Broncos-Raiders game. But yeah, apparently the reason why it ended up being a 7-point game was because with 10 seconds left or whatever, the Raiders kicked a field goal to end the game to put points on the board, but it was the end of the game. You're down by 10. And now people are wondering because the point spread was 7.5, and because the Raiders didn't get 7, the Broncos didn't cover. And now people are wondering if it was a gambling thing. It's a whole thing. So is that really that big of a is that something that people have been talking about a bunch today? I've been a bit unplugged, so I'm not exactly sure, but seems like some people are a little upset by it. Pull this up over here. This comes to us from our good friends over at Pro Football Talk. Raiders coach Pete Carroll made an odd decision to kick a field goal when trailing by 10 points with 5 seconds remaining in Sunday's game against the Broncos. Daniel Carlson made a 46-yard field goal as time expired, making the final score 24-17. Making the decision even more curious, the Broncos were 7.5-point favorites, and the over-under was 40.5. Carroll was hoping for enough time to kick the field goal and attempt an onside kick, but even then, barring a penalty, time would have expired before the Raiders went back on offense. So, frankly, his explanation made as much sense as his decision to kick a field goal. I knew it was going to look stupid. Like you couldn't figure out why we're doing it, Carroll said Monday via Ryan McFadden on ESPN. But there was a clear enough thought of what we were trying to get down there just to take it down to the very last click. That might not be good enough for you. I understand that, but I think you could see what we were trying to do. It just didn't work out. Carroll said he does not and cannot concern himself with public opinion. I can't bend and twist to go with whatever the public sentiment is, or one person's sentiment for that matter, regardless of who it is, Pete Carroll said. I just can't do that and do my job the right way to the best of my abilities. Interesting. Liz there. Do you think there's a little bit of collusion there? I don't know. Herbert's going to pull it down, run, gets sandwiched. Ball comes out, but it's recovered by the Chargers at the 30. Herbert is getting up here, but you can't keep taking those fucking hits, Justin. What are you doing? I'm trying to curse less. Herbert's got to stop doing that. That's rule number one. Stop. If you feel like you're going to run, throw the ball away. If you feel like you have to run, throw the ball away. You are not running the ball anymore. Stop it. Handoff to Vidal, and he's going to get a big gain to the 40, to the 45, down to the 47. There's a flag down. And it's going to be holding on the Chargers, so bring it back. I don't know. They didn't show the holding. Just keep on showing Herbert's hand. Thanks for not showing the holding, guys. Eagles with a three-man front. Showing blitz. Here comes Bond. Herbert's going to go down at the 12. That's going to be a 10-yard loss. It's going to be 3rd and 23. Some goofy-ass Eagles fan there in Los Angeles. It's going to be 3rd and 22 from the 13-yard line. You know what that means. 3rd and 22. She's on the screen. That's how we work. That's how we do. It's just what we do here. I'm sure Pecan is happy with that. Handoff to Vidal. Gain of 5 yards. And that's going to be a punt coming up here from the Chargers. Fourth and 18. So, here we go. Chargers punt the ball away. Fair catch at the 39-yard line for the Eagles, and that is where they will take over. Looking to get a little bit closer. Can they take the lead with a touchdown? They can. Can they get a little closer? Maybe a point difference. They could make it 13-12. Will the Eagles score on this drive? There's 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We're going to find out coming up here on Monday Night Football. Wake up, everybody. Wake up! We got to wake up. We all got to wake up. It's all of us here. We got to sharpen up. We got to sharpen our skills. I'm drinking caffeine as much as I can. Probably more than is humanly recommended. Jalen Hurts, by the way, 12 of 22. Oh, I didn't even notice he had 22 attempts. I don't even know. There you go, Taylor. How you doing? There you go. For 127 yards, 2 picks, and a fumble for Jalen Hurts. And a pick and a fumble happened on the same play. Herbert, 8 of 15. 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and 110 yards throwing. So, again, neither quarterback is doing spectacularly. Herbert, I would say, is probably maybe doing better with less passes. Saquon, 14 carries, 65 yards. Omarion Hampton for the Chargers. He's leading them with 9 carries and 29 yards. A.J. Brown has 65 receiving yards on 4 catches. And Vidal still leading the Chargers. He has that 1 reception for 60 yards, and that is it for the Chargers receivers. He is, and he's the running back. But that is the longest play that the Chargers have had all night. Hunt's got 2 sacks there for the Eagles, as you can see. And always got the 1 sack there for the Chargers. Go, Chargers, go. So the Eagles are probably going to run 1 play here in the rest of the time we have here in the third quarter. And then we'll be heading to the fourth. So get those 4s ready. Get your 4s ready, because we're going to hit the fourth quarter coming up here soon. Yeah, I kind of agree with Brandon Perna on this particular take. Perna says Jim Harbaugh watching Justin Herbert tonight. Yeah, if he dies, he dies. It does look like that. It do be like that. So here we go. 38 seconds left. Eagles from their own 39. Hurts under center. Devontae Smith in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Barkley. It's going to be a 2-yard loss. We got a flag down, though. So clock stops. We go to number 11. They're going to say neutral zone infraction by the Chargers, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. So that's going to be 1st and 5 now from the 44. 30 seconds remaining. And the clock is running. Hurts under center. Smith in motion again. Hurts running to his right, looking for anything. Can't find it, just throws it out of bounds. 5 seconds remaining. 2nd and 5. Upcoming here, I thought we'd get 1 play and then the fourth quarter. We had 1 play that ended in the penalty, so the clock stopped. Then we had this play now that ends in an incompletion, even with the clock running. So we got 5 seconds left. 2nd and 5. This should be the last play of the third quarter. Let's see. Hurts in shotgun, empty backfield, bunch formation, trips to his right. He's going to throw that way to Goddard out of the backfield. Goddard's going to get about 1 yard short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1 when we start the fourth quarter, because that's the end of the third. With the Chargers holding a 13-9 lead, the Eagles have the ball, and they are facing a 3rd and 1 from their own 48-yard line. When they start the fourth quarter, get the 4s up, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in the chat, if you're at home, wherever you are, you throw up the number 4 any way you wish. Roman numerals, the regular 4, superscript 4, emojis. Crafty loves doing the emojis. Any way you want to do that, go right ahead. Here on Stay Tuned Sports, get the 4s up. And hey, listen, if you're just at home and just want to do it anyway, open your window. It's cold out there, but don't just yell at random people. 4 quarters. It'll put them off. They won't know what's going on. But that's the way you can tell. If you say Stay Tuned Sports, all 4 quarters, baby. That's what we do. So get the 4s up there in the chat. Great to see everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. If you want to hang out with us continually, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Let you know whenever we go live. We've got the countdown coming up tomorrow. Let you know where we are on our power rankings, and also who's in the Booty Cheeks 5. Will the Saints be out of the Booty Cheeks 5? I'm going to say probably yes, but we'll see what happens there. Do the Broncos move up at all in my power rankings? Probably not, but we'll see again how that all plays out. But thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, here on Stay Tuned Sports, as we're here for all 4 quarters. Interesting. Just checking out some messages. As you do. Why is the chat off? Is like nobody in there? Oh yeah, nobody's in there. Participants. Stay Tuned Sports. Everybody else is gone. And we're on in the background. I get that. That's fine. Usually we have 4s in the chats. We don't have 4s in the chats today. Very sad. It's a sad day. By the way, the Chargers have now officially listed Trey Pipkins as out due to an ankle injury. So that is, again, another offensive tackle out, offensive lineman out for that. It's going to be a pitch out here to Saquon, and he's going to break it loose to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown on a 3rd and 1. The Eagles make it a touchdown. It looks like that they were preparing for the tush push. Instead, it was a pitch outside, and once Saquon hit the second level, there was nobody there to stop him. And the Eagles are going to take the lead here. Once he gets out there, that's... Snap, hold, kick is up, and it's good. And now the Eagles have themselves a 3-point lead over the Chargers in what has been an extremely sloppy game. But at the end of the day, the Eagles fans are going to say a win is a win is a win if they're able to go ahead and finish this off. The Chargers got to try to put something together outside of the kind of the first quarter. It's been really not great for the Chargers either. Like I said, this game's been sloppy. It's been entertaining, but it's still, it's entertaining like a car wreck is entertaining. Not exactly great. Nothing happening over on the Twitter. Let's see what's going on here. Why am I not seeing anything? I feel bad. I'm like reading here, or like I'm very quiet. But chat's dead. Nobody's in the chat, so chat's a little dead. It doesn't look like anybody's. I think I checked it. It's got we got 2 people watching. So, thank you to the 2 people who are watching. Thank you very much. I'm trying not to be boring, but this is just, it is what it is. Nick Sirianni looking like an asshole because he is one. And the Eagles eat ass. Not in a good way either. Oh, Mailata with another hold. How is that not? Again, the Eagles get away with cheating. As always. As always. Chargers get the ball, return it to the 20, to the 25, and down to the 26. And that is where they will start this next drive as they try to regain the lead or maybe at least get a tie. You got to throw that flag. You got to throw that flag on Mailata, Lanta, whatever the fuck his name is. You got to throw that flag. Why wasn't I seeing Oh, Pecan is in there. I see Pecan. All right, I see Pecan finally put the 4s in there. Pecan's the only person who put 4s in. And he says, I put 4. I don't know why I wasn't seeing you, Pecan. For some reason, it switched back to top chat. I had switched it to live chat, and then it switched back to top chat for some reason. Sorry, Pecan. I do see that you put the 4 in there. Thank you so very much. Pecan's a real one. Pecan is still there with us. Because Pecan is still in the ticker. Herbert on 2nd and 6. Completes it to McConkey. McConkey gets it down to the 42. First down, Chargers. That play looked like it was going to be blown up, but Herbert making magic happen, even with his broken hand. It was a little fake pitch. So down to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Handoff to Vidal. Vidal is going to get about 3 yards. 2nd and 7 upcoming. Herbert has been getting murdered tonight. And with that broken, I mean, that dude is... That's Daniel Jones tough. This guy is Danny Dimes tough. 2nd and 7. Herbert takes the snap. Blitz misses. Boy, he had a clean shot at Herbert, and he missed it. Herbert runs for a good... What was that? 4 yards? 5 yards? 3rd and 3 now after being 2nd and 7. So now 3rd and 3. Herbert, deep throw. Looking for Vidal, incomplete. And it looks like the Chargers are going to punt. Oh, no. This can get real bad real quick here for the Chargers. Pecan in the chat says, my hometown of Gulfport, Mississippi won the 7A high school state championship on a Hail Mary pass with 2 seconds left. It was their very first state championship. Congratulations to Gulfport, Mississippi, winning the 7A high school state championship down there in Mississippi. Kick is away. Going to be caught at the 5, return to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, all the way down to the 28-yard line for the Eagles. Chargers had a chance to get them really down there and deep in their own end, and the special teams has failed the Chargers again. The net on that is 23 yards of change in field position. That's it. Only 23 yards. Maybe should have just went for it at that point. But yeah, congratulations, Gulfport, Mississippi. And what a hell of a way to win your first state championship. Hail Mary, 2 seconds left. That's Aaron Rodgers-esque with that one. So congratulations. Actually, here's the story here. Mylan Stubbs holding a 33-yard Hail Mary as time expired, and Carter Platt's extra point lifted Gulfport to a stunning 21-20 win over Tupelo for the Mississippi High School Athletic Association Class 7A state championship Saturday night at Mississippi State's Davis Wade Stadium there in Starkville, Mississippi. The miracle touchdown giving the Admirals their first state title in school history came after Tupelo had taken a 20-14 lead with 27 seconds remaining. Heads were on a swivel. Got to make a catch on every play that comes to us. So there was a play to be made, and I had to make a play, Stubbs said. It's how you finish, and we're now state champions. It's an amazing feeling. Tupelo, who was 13-2 and were the defending 7A champions, appeared poised to repeat when Caden Buchanan blocked a punt to set up J.J. Hill's 3-yard touchdown run with 27 seconds left. The Golden Wave missed the extra point, however, to still take the lead, though, 20-14. Gulfport, who was 12-2, took over at its own 28-yard line with 20 seconds remaining. A defensive holding penalty, a 12-yard completion to Stubbs, and a 17-yard pass to Cordarius Payton moved the Admirals to the Tupelo 33-yard line with 2 seconds left on the clock. Quarterback Parter Nettles then launched the desperation heave that was tipped before Stubbs secured it in the end zone. We practiced that exact drive except 46 seconds to go and knew that we had to get the ball to the sideline to stop the clock. I knew when we got down 2 seconds left that we were going to get our rebound play. I laid it up there for our guys to have a chance, and it worked out for us, Nettles said. For us to end it like that is better than I could have imagined. To end my career as state champion means everything, and it's the best moment of my life. So, again, congratulations, Gulfport, Mississippi. First down and 10 for the Eagles. Hurts has all the time in the world, now getting pressured. He's going to look, throws. It's going to be caught, complete, first down to the 45-yard line for the Eagles. They're going to mark him at the 46. Why? I don't know. Officials really suck. Speaking of which, in case you really want to, and I know you really want to, Fuck the Ref hoodies and T-shirts available over at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. It comes pre-pixelated, so you won't offend anybody in your church group or the PTA if you ever go to the meetings. But yeah, Fuck the Refs hoodie and T-shirt available. bit.ly/staytunedmerch, bit.ly/staytunedmerch. Interception by Jalen Hurts. It was tipped. That one's not really his fault. It was over the middle. You can say maybe it was a bad decision to go that way. But that is a tipped pass, a little high, and Jalen Hurts with his third interception of the game. Just when you think the Eagles can go ahead and close this out. Now, can the Chargers take advantage? They've been a lot of turnovers. They haven't been able to take an advantage. Can they get advantage on this turnover drive? We will see, as it will be the Chargers' ball at the Eagles' 35-yard line. It was kind of that's a weird throw coming out of Hurts' hand. That was all over the place, and it was high. I couldn't tell if his arm was hit or not. Just not great. Crafty says that this game needs to attend an AA meeting. Maybe it's just been sloppy and weird. Matlock in motion for the Chargers. Herbert under center. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's going to look, and have nowhere to throw, and gets a sack again. Jesus Christ, Herbert, what are you doing?
But too bad your ass got sad.
Oh, it's not a sack because he got to the line of scrimmage, so it's not a sack. Oh, I hit the button too early. I didn't think they'd spot it that close. Got a bloody elbow. I mean, Herbert here is he's just old school football here. Handoff to Vidal on 2nd down and 10. He's going to get 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now from the Eagles' 30. Can the Chargers do something? That's the biggest question here. The Chargers they get these opportunities and they keep on slipping away with them. The Eagles, whether it's the Eagles defense or the Chargers offense not performing. Eagles defense performing, Chargers offense not performing. Little column A, little column B, whatever you want to call it. It's just not working. They've got to capitalize on these situations. As even ELS said earlier on, it's like the Chargers should be leading this game by a lot more considering Herbert throws. Caught! Keenan Allen catches it at the 21. I thought he caught it at the 20. That's a bad spot from the official, as usual. But it is a 1st down for the Chargers in bad spot. You can go get the Fuck the Ref shirts, bit.ly/stay tuned merch, or the link is in the top of the chat or in the description below. Hoodie and t-shirt available. As I burped into the mic. Ooh, that's a chili burp. That's a Wendy's chili burp, ladies and gentlemen. That's up there. That's up there with hot dog and kibasi burp. Crafty says a big old sack. Handoff to Marion Hampton on 1st and 10. He's going to get it to the 17-yard line. 2nd and 7 after a 3-yard gain for the Chargers. 8:45 and counting remaining in the 4th quarter. Jalen Hurts trying to walk on the sideline, shake people's hands. He's being ignored because they hate him. Nobody in Philadelphia liking Jalen Hurts right now. Win, lose, or draw. It's going to be fun to listen to WIP. I'd take a listen to it. I would take a listen to it tonight if I were you. $8:20 remaining. Herbert hands off here to Marion Hampton again. He's going to get 3 or 4 yards on that one. 4 yards. 3rd and 3 coming up from the Eagles' 13-yard line. Chargers currently at the next to last wild card spot. The 6th spot, if you will. Broncos fans in the stands obviously rooting for the Eagles. Herbert escapes some pressure, looks, throws just out of the back of the end zone, and the Chargers are going to settle for another field goal here. Like, I just... It's 4th and 3. Why is Hurt like I don't know. Harbaugh is usually a run guy. Why are they not running the football? It's 3rd and 3. Get the 1st down. Get the yardage. You have a quarterback with a hurt hand. What are we doing? It's silly football. It's silly football. I think anyway. Snap, hold, kick is up, and Dicker the kicker ties the game. It is 16-all. But again, the Chargers have these great opportunities to really they could have put this game away so many different times with all the turnovers that the Eagles have given, especially in their own end. And instead, we just still have a tied game, 7:26 remaining, and the Eagles can easily just take over and still win this game anyway. Crafty in the chat says Denver fans in the stands just to root for the Chargers to lose. I was going to say that kind of reminds me of Orange and Blue here in our chat. Old Orange, he was in here like, I'm rooting for the Eagles, kind of begrudgingly, but we're Broncos fans, so you got to hate the Chargers. Like, I get that. I respect that. I'm a Giants fan. Like there's few teams I really hate outside of like my division. Like, I don't hate anybody nearly as much as I hate the Eagles or Cowboys or Redskins. Redskins are probably the bottom of that list, but I still hate them. But like I don't hate anybody tremendously enough. Like I'm trying to think of another team that I would dislike, even from like the other maybe the Ravens. Like I would root for the Ravens over the Eagles and not feel great about it. Like I really want to do. I wouldn't want to do that. Or like when the Patriots had to play the Eagles in the Super Bowl, I rooted for the Patriots. Didn't feel great about that. But you do what you got to do. But again, it's your divisional opponent. So yeah. So I get what Orange was saying in the chat. I get what he was saying. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm hearing Pepperjack kind of laugh like a maniac over in the living room, and it's slightly concerning. I'm just going to say that. I love Pepperjack. I love her to death. But that's that kind of laugh you hear like right before somebody goes into a psychotic break. So I'm a little concerned. Yo, did you see the story about the woman up in, I think it was Maine? Was it Maine or Vermont? Somewhere. She had one of those smart fridges. And, had the screen on it. It has like all the interactive shit. And for some reason, they run ads on those. Imagine having a refrigerator that runs ads. First of all, wild. Anyway, it ran an ad for that show, Pluribus. And the main character for the show's name is Carol. So this woman's name happened to be Carol, but the ad was like, sorry, it was saying like, it said something weird. It was like, sorry, I'm afraid I can't do that for you, Carol, or something like that. Referring to the lady in the show, kind of like how in the show, whatever, it's like an alien takeover or some shit like that. She had a full-on psychotic break. She had to be brought to the psych ward. First and 10 for the Eagles from the 29-yard line. Barkley is going to get 2 yards. How are they marking that as a 3-yard gain? Oh, it was a UK woman, so it wasn't even, I thought it was American. No, it was a UK woman. It said, we're sorry that, we're sorry we upset you, Carol. It was the ad for it. She thought it was directed at her. Barkley, that one there is going to be a 2-yard gain. Watch it. Or a 4-yard gain. Or whatever they decide to do. That one they say is a 1-yard gain. That one looked more... What do I know? Where do I know? I'm just watching it. I'm just watching the game. 3rd and 6. Can the Chargers get off the field, or will the Eagles get a first down and keep the chains moving? Hurts running out of time, gets hit as he throws. Incomplete. And on 4th and 6 from their own 33, the Eagles are going to have to punt. So the Chargers defense holds. And so the kick is away. Not sure what happened with the cameras here, but that kick is going to be marked out at the 25-yard line, and that is where the Chargers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25. 5:46 remaining. Can the Chargers mount a clock-eating drive and get some points at the end of this game to hopefully beat the Eagles? Or will the Eagles, in their own hopes and dreams, be able to stop the Chargers, get the ball back, and get their own game-winning drive at the end of the game? We're going to find out here in just a couple of minutes. 5:46 remaining in the fourth. Chargers 16, Eagles 16 on Monday Night Football. Thank you so much for watching us here on Stay Tuned Sports. For the few of you that are still hanging out with us, thank you so much, Crafty. Thank you so much, Pecan. Anybody else who is watching us, thank you so very much. If you like anything that you're watching, and I don't know why you would, but if you do, please go ahead, hit that like button, hit that share button, let people know that we exist, because it looks like a lot of people don't know we exist right now, and that's fine. Also, if you're brand new here and have not yet, please hit that subscribe button, as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so hopefully being monetized here on the great and wonderful platform known as YouTube. Got to suffer through all these commercials. God, I hate commercials. Interesting, stat tonight. This was posted actually by Fox Sports Twitter account. Tonight, there's been 2 touchdowns, 6 field goals, 4 interceptions, 5 fumbles, and 3 of those fumbles have been lost. That's the kind of game we've been watching. Oh, yeah, John Lennon died today, right? Yeah. I like the Beatles anyway. Hand off to Vidal on first down. It's going to be a loss of about a yard. 2nd and 11 now coming up from the Chargers' 24-yard line. Herbert on 2nd and 11. He's going to pull it down and run. Justin, stop it. Bad, Justin. We're going to have a talk with Madison Beer and see if she can. She's got to get your ass under control. Get your ass under control. 3rd and 7 coming up from the 28-yard line here for the Chargers. They got to get to the 35. Trips to the left here for Herbert. Takes the snap, can't find anybody open, and is going to get sacked back at the 20.
But too bad your ass got
7th sack for the Eagles. 7 for the Eagles, 1 for the Chargers. So now, 3 and out for the Chargers. They only managed to go backwards, and they have to punt it away. And so now the Eagles Return to the 30, to the 35, up to the 40, to the 41. They are in great field position with 3:33 remaining. Both teams have 3 timeouts. And it's going to fall to the Chargers' defense again to try to get the Eagles off the field. Can the Eagles finally career high 7 sacks tonight for Justin Herbert taken. He's been sacked 45 times this season already. Jesus Christ. On a day where he's coming back, let's see who can protect his hand. He's been sacked 7 times. He's been hit more tonight than he has been. Come on, man. Hurts, hand off to Barkley on first down. No gain. 2nd down and 10 coming up here for the Eagles. Steve, Dallas Cowboys, in the chat says, Chargers, I am coming for you. Just beat the Eagles for now. Steve is very excited, hoping that the Chargers can beat the Eagles before his Cowboys get a hold of them. Again, the Cowboys, after that loss on Thursday night to the Lions, playoff hopes took a big hit with that, but they're not dead yet. Could the Cowboys still make their way into the playoffs? We're going to see coming up in the next few weeks. 2nd and 9 for the Eagles. Hurts in shotgun, takes the snap, steps back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught by Brown and just not wrapped up. Unbelievable, but it's going to be a first down for the Eagles. The Chargers can't wrap up, and it's costing them, as now that's going to be a 1st and 10 all the way inside Chargers territory at the Chargers 44-yard line. 1st and 10, Eagles. You got, how are you not wrapping up? You're not gonna, you're trying to wrap up by his shoulders. What are you doing? What are you doing? Poor football. Hurts throws incomplete. He was looking for Goddard. Good. Did not find him. 2nd and 10 coming up. After the game, Monday night postgame presented by nobody, because I'm not ESPN, so I don't get that kind of stuff, and there's no postgame show. There's just me saying goodbye and thank you so much. You can probably join us over in the Rubber Room Discord or on the Stay Tuned Sports Discord. Link is below. Be part of the community. It's small. It's quiet. You can make it noisy if you want to go ahead. 2:40 remaining. 2nd and 10. Eagles on the 44-yard line of the Chargers. Play clock down to 1. Hurts gets it off. Throws over the middle. That's going to be caught by Brown. Wide open. And that's all the way down to the 25-yard line now. So the Eagles are in field goal range already. How about somebody cover the best receiver the Eagles have? That might be a good thing if you're a Charger. Chargers, they're going to take their first time out, trying to save some time on the clock. So 233 remaining. Handoff to Barkley. He's going to lose 2 yards. They're going to mark it and say only he lost a yard. Chargers take another timeout here. It's going to be 2nd and 11. 2:27 remaining. Chargers, they have to play still the Chiefs, the Cowboys, Houston, and Denver. As Steve in the chat was talking about, they got Dallas in 2 weeks. And the Eagles, they play the Raiders, the Redskins, the Bills, and then the Redskins again. So the Eagles have quite the easy schedule from this point out. Except for Buffalo. Although Buffalo, I mean, who knows? Like, Buffalo is so wishy-washy. So, 2:27, 2nd and 11. Hurts throws towards the end zone. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown. Chargers get to keep timeout. 2:23 remaining. 3rd and 11 upcoming. Oh, it is right in Brown's hands, and he just drops it. Hurts actually threw a good pass, and A.J. Brown dropped it. Oh, man. Oh, man. And now the Eagles are going to take a timeout here as the play clock was running down. So 2:23 remaining. Eagles have 2 timeouts. Chargers have 1 timeout. It is going to be 3rd and 11 from the Chargers' 26-yard line. What do you do here? Do you go for the end zone and say, screw it, if we don't make it, then we kick the field goal and at least get the 3-point lead? Do you just try to get the first down with it being 3rd and 11? And if you don't make it, then you get it. Do you try to just get closer for the kick? Like, you got a couple ways. It feels like if you're the Eagles, the way your defense has played against the Chargers, I think a field goal would be good enough. Go for the end zone. If you don't make it, then you got the field goal. But it looks like that's what they're going to do here. Nope, it's going to be a quick pass out to Devontae. He drops it, incomplete. 4th and 11, 2:20 remaining. So, again, I don't know what play call that was. Maybe that's why Eagles fans are upset with Kevin Patullo. But with 2:20 remaining, Eagles going to send out the field goal unit to take a 3-point lead to make it 19-16. This is going to be a 44-yard attempt. He missed a 48-yard attempt earlier in the game. Snap, hold, kick is good. And it is 19-16. The Eagles take a 3-point lead with 2:16 remaining. Chargers have 1 timeout. Eagles have 2. There's 2:16. Chargers are going to get the ball back, and they have the 2-minute warning. Can they get in field goal range to tie the game? Can they even score a touchdown? We're going to find out coming up here at the end of the game. Can Herbert lead a late 4th quarter comeback for the Chargers? Go Chargers, go. Or will the Eagles sneak away and sneak out of Inglewood, California with a victory to go home to Philadelphia with as they get ready to take on the Oakland Raiders of Las Vegas next week, which should be a win for most teams that play them. And the kickoff is away, taking it about the 4, return to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, down to the 29-yard line, and that is where the Chargers will start. This drive to try to get the game go. Why do they mark it at the 28? Justin Herbert has 18 game-winning drives in the 4th quarter of overtime. It's the 2nd most in the NFL since, what did they say, 2020? So let's see if he has one more bit of magic in him. McConkey moves out to the left. Herbert in shotgun. Takes the snap. Eagles coming for him. He can't find anybody open. Herbert's going to look, throw. Hits the heel of Bond. Out in coverage, 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Chargers. Herbert on 2nd down. Looks, throws, deep pass over the middle for McConkey. He's getting absolutely messed with by Cooper DeJean, but no call. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 coming up here after the 2-minute warning. McConkey still almost caught that ball. Wow. So 1:58 remaining as we've hit the 2-minute warning here on this Monday night game between the Chargers and the Eagles. Chargers facing a 3rd and 10 from their own 28 in a desperate attempt. They have to get at least in field goal range to try to attempt a game-tying field goal. They're in a bit of a situation here. Can the Eagles defense hold the Chargers and hold on to the victory here on Monday night? We're going to find out in just a few ad breaks, of course, because we've got to go and see John Travolta dressed as Santa. We've got to see people buying Amazon gifts, because what would Christmas be without our sweet, sweet Bezos overlords over at Amazon? I don't know. I don't know where we'd be without them. Or with Capital One. You can use your Capital One card that John Travolta is trying to shill for your Amazon products that these fucking people are trying to shill. And then you can, what's the next one? What's the next one going to be? What's the next one going to be? State Farm. Then you can go ahead and get some insurance for all the new shit that you just bought with your Capital One card from Amazon. So there you go. You got it's all synergy. It's all corporate synergy, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. And trust me, I'm no commie fucking nut. I'm no fucking communist. I'm a capitalist, a proud capitalist, an American capitalist. But sometimes these ads are fucking annoying. I will say that. You can be a capitalist and still get annoyed at fucking ads. Now there's Steph Curry. What are you shilling, Steph? What do we got? What are you shilling for me? I forget what the hell the Steph Curry commercial is. Oh, is it a phone? You shilling a phone? For one of those foldable phones? A Google Pixel? There you go. Scott Van Pelt live in Los Angeles. He's going to go ahead and tell us what post-game on Monday Night Football is going to do. You're going to hear from Jalen Hurts. I don't know if you want to do that. I don't know if you want to do that right now. So, 3rd and 10 coming up here for the Chargers. Herbert takes the snap, throws. We got a flag down. It was going towards Quentin Johnston. Pass interference on the Eagles. Spot foul, automatic first down. Quinion Mitchell gets the call for the interference. Q-on-Q crime there. And then Herbert gets fucking drilled. But the Chargers stay alive because of the pass interference call. Herbert now in shotgun, takes the snap. Looks, gets the pressure. He's going to pull it down. And now he's just going to run it. Runs it out of bounds. 2nd and 3 upcoming. Cooper DeJean was going to light up Herbert, but unlike Christian Ellis, made the right decision not to do so. And that's why Christian Ellis needs to be removed from the game by any means necessary. Hopefully players will go ahead and take care of that next week. Handoff to Vidal. Vidal is going to get a first down into Eagles territory. And that's going to be a first down. They cross over the 50. Do the Chargers. Clock is ticking. From the 48-yard line of the Eagles, 1st and 10. Herbert throws. That's going to be caught by Keenan Allen at the 42. 2nd and 4 upcoming. Clock is hitting 1 minute now and counting. 59, 58, 57, 56. Herbert takes the snap. Looks, throws towards the sidelines, way over the head of Oronde Gadsden. 3rd and 4 upcoming. Chargers are listed as kind of like right on the edge of field goal range. You'd like to get another first down. Obviously, you'd like to get closer. Can they do so? $52 seconds remaining. 3rd and 4. McConkey in motion. Herbert takes the snap. He's going to pull it down, run it himself, and he's going to get the first down. 43, 42, 41. Chargers not taking that last timeout yet. Understandable. But they got to get to the line. They got to go. They got to go. 30 seconds remaining. Herbert takes the snap at 26. He's going to pull it down and run it himself, and he slides down just before the first down marker. And the Chargers finally take a timeout. 2nd and 1 coming up. So here we go. Chargers, no timeouts left. 21 seconds remaining. It's 2nd and 1. From the 29-yard line. Really, the 28 and a half. They got to get to the 28 for a first down. Herbert in shotgun. Steps back, looks, throws out of bounds. 15 seconds remaining, 3rd and 1. With 15 seconds left, I don't know what. I'd put the field goal unit out now, personally. And I don't want to take any chances. Chargers not doing that, though. Chargers are keeping the offense out on the field. Herbert throws incomplete. 4th and 1, 12 seconds remaining. By the way, Justin Herbert, not just the leading passer for the Chargers today, as you can see, leading rusher. 8 carries for 53 yards. So here comes Dicker the kicker, looking to tie this game up. Can he do so? The Eagles might take a timeout here, or maybe not. I don't know. Snap, hold, kick is up, and that is straight on through to the other side, baby. And the Chargers tie it up with 8 seconds remaining, 19-19. We might be looking. Say it with me now, Peppa Jack. Overtime. That's right, baby. That's right. Overtime coming up here on what has been just a fairly drunk Monday Night Football game. Well, the SC players looking at getting a Pecan already. Pecan's getting an early jump on throwing the 5 up in the chat. As we've had more overtime games on Stay Tuned Sports games that we've covered here this year than we've had. I think in the 2 years we've done it. Last year we didn't have this many overtime games. But it looks like, yeah, we're headed that way, headed towards overtime. It appears, we're going to say here, Chargers going to kick this off. If I was the Chargers, I would kick this out of the back of the end zone, but they're not. This is going to be taken at the 2. 5, 4, 3, 2. Eagles get it up to about the 27-yard line with 3 seconds remaining, 2 timeouts. Will it just be victory formation, or will the Eagles say, hey, let's do a deep pass to A.J. Brown just to see what happens here? Kenneth, there are 3 seconds remaining in this football game right now in the fourth quarter. Score is 19-19, and it appears we are headed to overtime. And it is the Eagles lining up in victory formation to go ahead and send it to overtime. That is the end of regulation. Eagles 19. Chargers 19. Each team now will have 2 timeouts. Here in quarter number 5. Let's see who's going to get the ball first. Let's see who gets the ball last. Let's see who wins in Inglewood, California at SoFi Stadium tonight. And, of course, we're now out of the fourth quarter. Throw the 5s up. We're usually every 4 quarters. Now you got to throw the 5s up in there. Pecan got the early jump in there. You could do so as well. Throw the 5s up in the chat as we are in to the 5th quarter. And we're here for you for all quarters. We're usually here for all 4. Got to throw that thumb in there, just like she likes it. Sometimes you just got to sneak that thumb in there. You'll be happy. You'll be happy with it. And she will too. So here comes the coin toss, the toin toss. The world famous toin toss. Let's see what the official here has to say. Heads is the call. Eagles win the toss. So the Eagles win the toss. They will kick first to see what they have to do. Obviously, that is the advantage. That's what you want to look at. So, of course, before overtime starts, ESPN is going to sneak in a couple of more commercials because why not? Show me some ads. Oh, Target, of course. It's Christmas time. You got to hit them Target ads. You got Target. We've had Amazon. We've had Capital One, which you got to buy the Amazon stuff from. But also, hey, listen, I'm using your Capital One card over there at Target, man. Got to get some of that Target, that sweet, sweet Target action. Yeah, man. You got to do all that. And while you're there, you can also apply for a Target card. Get that as well. I like Target's got some good shit. Target's got good shit. I like Target. Target. And now we see A.J. Brown running on a treadmill. ELS finally back into the chat, throwing up to 5. Good to see ELS. Thank you so very much for joining us here on this Monday night where we've got overtime set up, ready to go. Chargers are going to be getting a kickoff here. 19-19. We've had turnovers galore. We've had Jalen Hurts turned it over twice on the same play, threw an interception and a fumble. Jalen Hurts threw an interception, had a fumble recovery, and a fumble lost. All on one play. That's amazing. Next Monday night, it's actually going to be more interesting than we thought. The Dolphins still fighting for a playoff spot. The Steelers still fighting for their division after they beat the Ravens on Monday night. Miami 6-7, still alive for a playoff spot, believe it or not. Long shot, but still alive. Better than I thought they would be at this point in the season. ELS in the chat says, Jalen Hurts is shit. I mean, okay. Kenneth in the chat says, overtime. That's where we are. Chargers get the ball, return it to the 20, to the 25, down to, a hit to the back of the head of Vidal. Knocks his helmet off. No flag, no penalty, and he seems to be okay. So 9:55 here in overtime. Chargers are having the ball at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. That's a headhunting hit and was not called for it. Pecan agrees with ELS about Jalen Hurts being shit. Kevin says Bucks versus Falcons on Thursday night. Herbert, he's going to pull it down and run it himself on a designed run, and that's going to be a gain of about 12 yards. 1st down, Chargers. So 1st and 10, now from the Chargers' own 42-yard line, after the designed run from Herbert. ELS, very upset. He says a good lesson for both teams here. Hold on to the ball. Everybody's got butterfingers. Nobody better lay a finger on my butterfingers. Herbert, there's going to be a handoff here and a big run to the 50, to the 45, to the 40 of the Eagles for Omarion Hampton. 1st down, Chargers, all the way to the Eagles' 40-yard line. Herbert, again, it's going to be a handoff to Hampton, 2 yards. Kenneth says all-time Giants player for you. Are you talking about Rodney Hampton? I remember Rodney. Oh, Rodney Hampton. Now we got Omarion Hampton. I don't know if he's related or not. 2nd and 8. Herbert throws. Gets the tight end, but it's only going to be good for a yard. It'll be 3rd and 7. Coming up here, it's going to be a rather long 7 here for the Chargers. Will Disley, the tight end, with the reception, but not much yardage. 7:26, 7:25, 7:24 remaining here in overtime. Chargers on their first possession. 7 for 18 tonight on 3rd down for the Chargers. Herbert takes the snap. Going to pull it down. He's going to run and only get a yard. So 4th and 6 from the 36. And Chargers are going to have to bring out Dicker the kicker. ELS says, enough of the short passes, medium and long passes. If the players aren't open, they're not open. ELS does not. Because then you'd throw it, and you'd be like, why are you throwing it to double coverage? You're like, why'd you throw that pass? Like, that's why. That's why you don't do that. Kicker the kicker, snap, hold, kick is up. It is straight, it is true, and it is through. Good. Chargers take the lead in overtime, 22-19. So now it is the Eagles' opportunity to answer. Will they answer with a touchdown and win the game? Will they answer with a field goal and we would continue with overtime? Will the Chargers get a stop and win the game? We're going to find out coming up after some more advertisements. And listen, to be fair, if I had people wanting to advertise on this show, I would sell out immediately. I have no qualms about that. I have said that numerous times. So we'll see. Pecan, you're right. Oh, my God. How did I forget? It is 22-19. So she must be up there. You're right, Pecan. Thank you. I almost forgot. It is the Eagles 19 and the Chargers 22. And listen, it's the 22. She's got to be up there. She's got to be up there now. She's got to be up there the rest of the game. Because as long as there's a 22 somewhere, if they're on the 22-yard line, if it's 3rd and 22, if there's the score is 22, you up here, score's 22, Taylor gets to stay there. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Pecan. I almost forgot. Unbelievable. How could I? Shame on me. Yeah, my Pepper Jack should be upset at me too. How could I ever forget? ELS saying it's time to play everybody's favorite game. Will Jalen Hurts throw his 4th interception of the game? That's a very specific game show, but okay. So 6:24 remaining in overtime. Eagles about to get the kickoff here. I saw some of the pictures. Yeah, they don't cover it as much anymore, and that's what I mean. As I didn't, you wouldn't be able to really do the Taylor counter like you used to do back in the day. Eagles going to get the kickoff return up to the 30, might get to 31. Will depend on where they spot it. ELS says, you know what? Taylor Swift makes the game good. For the first time, I like Swift being on screen. There you go. See? I knew I'd switch you guys. I knew I'd get you guys on the Taylor train. I knew I'd get you guys on the Taylor train. It was only a matter of time. And now we can all enjoy Taylor. 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts in shotgun takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff here to Barkley. He's going to get 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6 from the 35 coming up here for the Eagles. As we've hit 6 minutes in the overtime period. Actually, he's marked at 2nd and 6. Oh, it was 2nd and 6. That's right. I don't know why I thought it was 5. Yeah, 2nd and 6. My fault. My bad. It is 2nd and 6. Hurts back. Looking to throw. He's going to get pressured, but he throws through the hands of A.J. Brown. It was a little high. But you got to if you're A.J. Brown, you got to catch those balls if you're A.J. Brown. Incomplete. 3rd and 6 upcoming here for the Eagles. Eli says, I still don't like Swift, but this game sucks and Swift being on your screen is more exciting than this. Taylor Swift on a screen is more exciting than most things. ELS, I'll let you know that. Especially when she's dressed up in her showgirl outfit like she is right there. This is why I think I picked that particular picture. So, anyway, 5:29 remaining. 3rd and 6. Play clock down to 2, down to 1. The Eagles do get it off just as it hits 0. Hurts. He's going to run it, gets the first down and more. There was some holding, and I do see a flag down. It's going to be coming back for a hold. I was going to say, I saw that hold. I was like, if they don't call that, I'm going to be pissed. But that is indeed a hold against the Eagles. It is the 13th penalty, which also would have brought up the Taylor picture as well, 22 and 13. Those are numbers that will bring Taylor up on the screen here on Stay Tuned Sports. But since the Chargers already have 22 points, he's already there. So now it makes it 3rd and 16 after the 10-yard penalty. I was going to say massive holding. We see some Chargers fans there in the crowd. Approaching 5 minutes left to go in overtime. We have hit the 5-minute mark now. Play clock at 4, 3, 2. Hurts gets the snap, looks, throws over the middle. It's going to be caught for a first down by Devontae Smith as he crosses the 50. First down, Eagles. Eagles convert on 3rd and 16. Unbelievable. This Chargers defense, man. That's cool, Kenneth. That's cool. Kenneth saying, I got to meet President Trump at one of his rallies. That's pretty cool. Good for you, man. Handoff to Barkley, and that's going to be a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 coming up here for the Eagles as we approach 4 minutes left to go in overtime. Clock is ticking. Both teams still have both of their timeouts. Hurts in shotgun, empty backfield. He gets the snap. Chargers get pressure. Are they going to say it's a catch? They're saying Goddard caught it. It's going to be 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4. Crafty says, is it overtime or is it overtime? 1, 2. Yeah, no, that's a catch. Yeah, I don't know why we're looking at that. 3rd and 4, they're calling this from the Chargers' 41-yard line. Chargers. Oh, what? Just a rainbow pass to nowhere. Brown was trying to get it. It's going to be 4th and 4 for the Eagles. They're at the 41. It'll be a long-ass field goal if they go for it. And the Eagles are going to go for it. They are going for it. They don't trust Elliott. So this is the game right here. Eagles convert this 4th down. Game continues. They miss it. Game over. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Eagles are lined up. Play clock at 2, and we've got a timeout call. Who took that timeout? The Chargers. Home team takes the timeout. 1 remaining for the Chargers. 3:23 remaining. Woo! Squeaky bum time if you're a Chargers fan, if you're an Eagles fan, too. I mean, it's a squeaky bum time for everybody. 4th and 4 upcoming. Here we go. Trips to the left. Oh, somebody moved. Who moved? Is that the Eagles? They're going to say it's against the Chargers. They're going to say infraction on the Chargers, and that's a first down for the Eagles. Oh, what a mistake. And Owe might have just cost the Chargers the game. They had him. They had him on a fourth down. Crafty in the chat says, world-class chargering. Chargering is just never going to go away. Chargers are going to charger, no matter what. So now it's 1st and 10 from the Chargers 36 after the penalty. Jalen Hurts throws. That's going to be caught by Goddard. Gain of about 3. 2nd and 7. Approaching 3 minutes left in overtime. Under 3 minutes now. 2:52, 2:51, 2:50 remaining in overtime. Hurts. Steps back. He's looking. Finds Goddard open down to the 20. ELS saying, hold on, Jake Elliott can still screw this up. They might not need a field goal. That's what I mean, ELS. Relax. They may not need a field goal. 2:35 remaining. Goddard goes out of bounds, so that stops the clock. Bertie says, most costly penalty of the year. It's up there. If you're the Chargers, that's up there. So now at the 17-yard line of the Chargers, 1st and 10, 2:35 remaining. Hurts, looks, throws, tipped, intercepted! It's over! The Chargers win with an interception. His 4th of the game. It was tipped. And it's over. The Chargers win 22-19. The defense comes through for the... Oh, and the chargering is avoided. And the Eagles lose and drop to 8-5. Oh, listen to the WIP internet stream tonight if you can. It's going to be interesting in Philadelphia. I sound like a fat, disgusting Santa Claus, but it doesn't matter because the Eagles have lost. And as a Giants fan, I can finally admit that makes me happy. Oh, Pecan says, yay. ELS says Jalen Hurts is garbage. What did I say? The Eagles find a way to screw it up as always. Crafty says, of course, just as I say that. Oh, man. Jalen Hurts had a 4-turnover game. Is that right? Four interceptions and the fumble on the interception that was fumbled that he picked up. So Jalen Hurts is directly responsible for 5 turnovers tonight. Holy shit. Pecan says, Jalen can take the bus back to Philadelphia. Wow. What a way to end. I mean, the Eagles are right down there. And what the worst is, you end with a tie, maybe, or do something like that. If anybody wants to do that, I have no idea. But that, what a way to end the game. Justin Herbert toughs it out with that broken hand. Madison Beer will go ahead and put some ice on it, maybe some other things as well. We will see. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports for what was maybe one of the drunkest games of the year that we saw. But the Chargers end up on top, 22-19. That's why you still see Taylor on the screen. 22-19. The Chargers win. Maybe there was a little luck in those sweet big hips that Taylor's got right there for you. I don't know. But the Chargers get the victory. Jimbo's going to wake up tomorrow morning feeling very upset. And I am sorry for that because Jimbo is one of my best friends. But also, I've been a miserable Giants fan for our entire friendship, so it's about time he gets a little misery from the Eagles as well. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. And again, if you want to help us out at all, please hit that like button before you leave. Hit that share button. Let people know that our channel does exist. And, of course, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to 1,000. Thank you so much. If you want to help us out even further, we have our donation station and merch store. Link below in the description. Thank you so much for joining us. You have a great rest of your Monday night. The Chargers 22, the Eagles 19. Adios, everybody.